got to box again. Well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, you know the deal. We back again. Yo. A round of applause for Jersey's finest. A lot of content creators not worthy, but they minus. They get offended and start singing like the whiners. Talking like they tough, but it's only screaming and whining. My homie JusDueBoxing is the cat you don't come to. Your squad get run through. By the time you come to, you duck food. You suckers talk tough on the internet, revealing all your threats. Now we got you trapped in the net. JusDueBoxing be on this grind, y'all better hustle up. You deadlifted 90 pounds, we doing muscle ups. There's really no comparison. His voice sound like a derringer. Throwing a towel, it's just embarrassing. My dog Just very philosophical and psychological, and he mixed it all with good boxing news. These YouTubers feel like Bishop, I guess they got the juice, but it's lonely at the top. To Just, it feel like child abuse. Be respectful, he don't wanna talk wild and loose. If you can't relate, you get dismissed like a mild dispute. These weird cats will tell lies, then they hide the truth. Why beyond views? You lose your life when you collide with dude. It's JusDueBoxing. All you cowards quit jocking. Kirk is official with no other options. Yeah, yo. You know the deal. Judah Ben, we in the spot. JusDueBoxing, yeah. And of course, shout out to Mrs. Do, holding the whole family down. Word 'em up, word 'em up.
Pump the brakes, pump the brakes. Ah! Money changes everything.
Go ahead, buddy.
This is the fight business. These are the things that happen sometimes. This isn't Microsoft.
This guy showed his character. He showed that he would do anything to win, including cheat.
Everybody knows that I don't cheat. I never taken steroid. I don't even know where to get steroids. I barely, take supplements. Big lies. I beat his ass.
Stop.
I don't give a fuck anymore.
I apologize.
Go ahead, buddy.
You know, we seen his character. We seen the guy cheat. We see the type of person that he is.
If he was on anything, why he didn't have then? You see how as soon as why didn't it take 30? I mean, he would. It's all in. I'm telling you.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family on this good Wednesday. We back to get boxing is just due, like we always do, man. Y'all catch this on the playback. Smash the like button, sub to the channel, turn your notifications on. Come build with the family. If y'all hear some noise in the back, they're doing some work in my bathroom currently. I don't know why he picked 4 o'clock, but we gonna get through it. We gonna build, man. Today is Judgment Day for Ryan. At least we know that B sample will be getting tested. From what I understand, I got a little update before I got up here. We won't know the results today, but we at least know that they're gonna test the sample, which like we've all been saying and discussing. I think it's going to be positive just the same way the A sample was, simply because it's the same urine. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect a different result there unless it was some type of foul play, so I'm expecting it to come back positive. But again, for me, like I've always stated, when it comes to this situation, I think the question or the fight for him is intent and how it got in the system in the first place. Is it contamination, or is it something that he willingly ingested? So I think that's the fight for him. That's always been the fight for him. But we're gonna find out, in these coming days. I suspect on exactly what's gonna happen. And we all know if he's, caught red-handed, he definitely getting suspended. It's probably gonna be a no contest, as it should be. And finally we can move on from that situation. And he gonna have to deal with that. That's gonna follow him for the remainder of his career. So that's the fight for Ryan, but we're going to build on a few things, man. We're going to build on it. That's one aspect. Salute to CANHE Network. I seen a video that he found before I got up here talking about the weight in which Haney was when he fought in Cali. The Cali Athletic Commission was talking about it, man. So it's a lot. Sometimes people, they fight selected battles. You know what I'm saying? They point out things that they feel like benefits the guy that they rock with. But if you just want to be fair, you're going to call something out, call everything out. Definitely PEDs is no excuse for it, but breaking the rules of any kind is breaking the rules, right? So if you're just going to be consistent there, you got to be consistent all over the place, man. Y'all smash the like button as y'all roll in, man. We going to build. Let me say what's up to the fam. Miss Joette, peace to the queen. How you feeling today on this good Wednesday? Ace, all love, family. You too born yesterday night. Yeah, right. I know. We back, man. We back. Pardon me. We are back. Salute to my guy, Ace. Lons, what it do, family? Trey Skills in the building. My guy, Jordan Smith in the building. Was good with it. Kyle Sports, the Box Story, and JBT family. Don in the building. Lon said, Ryan is a clown. Juice to the gills. Cecil, what it do, family? 12 threes being a member for a month. Much love to my guys. Salute to all the channel members, man. Appreciate everybody that continues to, allow me to be able to do what we doing over here. IB, what's good with it, fam? About American versus Mexican, 5 versus 5. Hey, man, let's see it. Dodge J in the building. What's good with it? Sadiq Brown in the building. Frequent Flyer. My guy, Zane in the building. What's good, bro? PJ's Big Dog. What's good with it, man? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? It's always a conversation. It's always a build over here. One of the few platforms where you could come have your opinion, man. We just gonna build. No argument necessary. No headache necessary. No stress necessary. Just a good old boxing build, man. Naeem, what it do, family? How you feeling? Yeah, man. We're gonna talk about a few things, man. As we see, Teofimo, his fight got announced. His fight poster got dropped. His fight poster got dropped just the other day. And, he's fighting Steve Claggett, as we already know. It was reported a while back. He went on Twitter to say he didn't have an opponent. He's still waiting for this or that. I always knew that was shaky coming from him. And we also know that he was offered a number of different names, all of which would have been more known, more entertaining for us, and probably more competitive as well. But nonetheless, Teofimo, after coming off a tough decision win over Jermaine Ortiz, did what I'm not surprised that he did. He took a fight that was not only winnable, but a confidence builder. I think that's exactly what he did. You know what I'm saying? Legacy Define in the building. Was good with it, bro. How you feeling? What it do, man? Yeah, no love for the PEDs. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? For me, PGH, I can't speak for nobody else. Me as an individual, I'm waiting to see what the intent is, because as a man, as an individual, intent matters for me, right? If he didn't intend to do this, I think that changes the look for me, at least. I can't speak for nobody else. If it's just, you know, proven that he did intend and he did know, then, you know, he getting treated like the rest of these dudes. But if it was like some tainted supplements, it's still a level of accountability that has to take place there, because he put it in his body willingly, but not knowingly. You get what I'm saying? So it's one of those situations. So I'm just waiting for that. But like I said, we know today is like the judgment day for him, you know what I mean? In terms of he been having his little press run. He been having fun talking about it. He's dismissed it. He's downplayed it. Like, you've seen it in the little video that I just played, little comedy there. But this ain't definitely not a laughing matter. But, you know, it's the internet. They make jokes out of everything. So got to have tough skin, thick skin. And I don't think nobody feelings hurt by a little cartoon. You know what I'm saying? But when it's all said and done, he gotta fight the fight. You know what I mean? He ain't out the woodshed yet. And I can't wait to see what's to really come of it. Because, I mean, I ain't trying to hear no, no setup. I'm not trying to hear no conspiracies. I just want to hear the truth. And whatever comes out, it comes out. If he can't prove that it was contamination, then the hell with him. And we're going to treat him just like we do any other PED user. And I think they should make an example out of him, more so because of he's been a beneficiary of a guy that has had a large following. And because of it, he's been able to get into these big fights, these lucrative fights that he didn't necessarily earn through going through the ranks and fighting the necessary fights to get there, right? So when you look at that and the fact that he could potentially have cheated, I would think that he's just using his name and his likeness to try to get over on the sport. That would show a huge level of disrespect and disregard for the sport and the safety of it, right? For him to do some stuff like that knowingly. So again, if that's the case, then I just can't rock with it. And I probably don't even care who he gonna fight for the remainder of his career. Because if he waited till he got to this guy where it made no sense, the timing of it, which you basically could have received little to no effect really on it, you got to be a dumb guy. So like I said, I just can't wait to the end of it so we could just move past it and get to the next big fights, man. But, you know, it's boxing for you, man. Tank versus Frank's most biggest fight. I'm anticipating to see. Yeah, Legacy. That's the one, man. That's the one. I think that's going to deliver big time. Not only was Teal last performance shaky, but do you remember his post-fight interview in the ring, crashing out? Yo, he was. That's what I'm saying. So, you know, Teofimo, sometimes I guess, I don't know, for one reason or another, he don't receive the same level of criticism at times that other people do, right? And again, at least when it comes to fighting, you know what I mean? We get on them, but at the same token, like, we call all these other people ducks and we got all this energy for everybody else. We know that this dude was offered more attire. You get what I'm saying? There was a number of different people. More attire, Elvis, Kenneth Sims, I believe. Like, he turned all these dudes down. He fought Steve Claggett. Now, we know all of those dudes more than we know Steve Claggett. You get what I'm saying? King was good. He said, Devin fans need to stop crying. He got smacked across the ring. Just quick note to that. Listen, I feel you, bro, but I don't think, you know, at least not all the fans, I don't think they're all crying. I think a lot of them like, yo, that was our guy. For people that take it a step further, they feel like, yo, that's family, and he got dead dirty. You get what I'm saying? Just in terms of the cheating. Like, the loss is the loss, right? That's one thing. They can make peace with that, right? But I think just the whole notion that a guy could have had any type of unfair advantage is the part that I think his fans all across the board can't rock with. And even you and me as fight fans, bro, regardless of how you feel about him as a fighter, I know, you know, whether you wanted to see him win, lose, or you didn't have a dog in the race, I'm pretty sure you don't want to see nobody get cheated to lose. You get what I'm saying? So that's where his fans are at with it. I don't think they crying. You know what I mean? Some of them might be whining, but for the most part, I think the outcry, the outrage is understandable. You know what I mean? Jay Allen, what it do, family? Kirk Douglas, my guy, was good with it. The Cam J Network was good, family. I was just shouting you out a second ago. Salute to you, bro. He the one that I got that video from. with them talking about the his weight at the Cali Athletics State Commission. So I'm gonna play that in a second, but I just wanted to, we're gonna get through this, man. We're gonna talk about Teo. He do got a fight coming up. It is next month. Of course, it's late June. You know what I mean? Tank, the real fight is the 15th. That's gonna be the show. That's gonna be the event. A lot of people doing a lot of whining, right? And got a lot of different criticism for Tank and Frank as in terms of competition, level of opponent, and things like that. And you got people calling it a cherry pick, but they can't justify it by definition how this is a cherry pick. You get what I'm saying? When you got Tank, you got a guy, he fighting a guy ranked within the top 10. I think Frank is ranked, 5 or higher. And on top of that, if you just look at it on paper, it's the far more competitive matchup than a lot of these fights that we've seen just recently, if you're just being honest. So, how it will play out is another story. But in terms of how it is on paper, it's a competitive fight, man. It's a good scrap. I think it's just gonna come down to experience, you know what I'm saying, and being there, you know what I'm saying, and that just is what it is. But I think it's gonna be a good fight as long as it lasts all the way up into the last punch, you know what I'm saying. So we're gonna see. And the rematch, it'd be different. And again, and listen, over here we free to build. It's always a build, King. Just know when you come over here, we building. I ain't arguing with you. It ain't me versus you. Everybody feel differently. Listen, I get you. But just think of it this way, right? Not to change your mind. I always like the dialogue with the family in the chat. So I'm just giving you something to think about. Rematch is one thing. You like, man, he got my ass. I should want the rematch. I should want to get my lick back. But then just think of it from a different perspective, right? He like, damn, this dude cheated me once. Who's to say he won't do it again? You know what I mean? That's his mindset, right? He did it once. He'll probably do it again. He's willing to do anything to win. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to make no money with that dude. I don't want to share the ring with him again. I don't want to give him a chance to do it again. You get what I'm saying? Like, a part of him feels that way. You get what I'm saying? And then I know still within him as a fighter, he's still like, man, I should still rematch him and beat his ass. But I think the stronger feeling right now, because things are so fresh, is to never share the ring with this guy because he's a cheating ass dude. You get what I'm trying to say? That's the side he see it from. See how I can see where you coming from? But that's probably where his angle. Like, nah, that's a cheating ass dude. I'm not giving him another shot. You know what I mean? Why? I gave him a shot and this is what he did. You get what I'm saying? Like, although you might not see it that way, you can still level with it as a man and be like, yeah, I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? You might still like for him to say, nah, beat his ass, but you still can understand that notion. Like, I ain't sharing the ring with no cheating ass dude. You know what I'm saying? Bole, what it do, family? About to be the mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Bole, salute to you. Ashley's corner. Cuzzo was in the building. What's good with it? That's what we all saying, Kaz. Who is Steve Claggett? The world may never know. Frank is number 2 anticipated. Right. You get what I'm saying? 23. Salute to you, bro. Barbara D, my boxing mom, is in the building. How you feeling today? Hope you're feeling well on this beautiful Wednesday. They're deep for me, man. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? It's just a conversation. It's all good, you know? The playing Pablo Escobar and creating and selling untraceable. I get you. I get your points, bro. Over here, I'm a guy that's gonna level with you. I get it. Now, I mean, you feel like the guy he working with is trash and not trustworthy. He's just putting out the message on social media for the fans. Yeah, I get you, bro. I understand it, bro. You know, I just look at it like this: until something pops up on their end that's shaky or suspect. I got to believe what I'm seeing, and I'm saying, Devin Haney is a clean fighter. The only knock people can really make on him is, the fact that maybe he shrinks down and whatever the case. You know what I mean? The weight bully thing that people go back and forth about. I don't care for that argument too much, but it is what it is. Trying to drop a movie, Trevor screaming like Wallow, like he Wallow. Yeah, I seen it. I seen it, bro. Yeah, I seen it. I seen it. God, so what it do, family? How you feeling, my bro? What's good with it? Yeah, man. Yeah, he's screaming like he Wallow. I seen it. Nobody is clean. I mean, look, I won't say nobody, but I know a lot of people are not, right? You can't say for sure which ones, but just when you hear from boxers, trainers alike, officials, referees, different people just that been involved in the sport, they'll tell you it's a lot of people that's cheating. But But you know what? How I deal with that is how I deal with any other situation, man. I can't place the jackets on people with no evidence, right? When you get caught, you caught. You get what I'm saying? So Ryan right now is a prime example of a guy that's in a situation, right? Something did come up. So now he got to fight and he got to see how, he got to prove that he ain't did nothing. You know what I mean? That's what I like to hear. Feeling good, man, because it is a beautiful day, man. It's a beautiful day out. Seen a post on Twitter with someone speaking of Devin should rematch. Ryan and Devin like to tweet. You know how much that mean? He wants to rematch. He should want his lick back. And that's what Cam J. It's the thing is, bro. The man, respectfully, he battling in his head. You know what I'm saying? A part of him, like this cheating ass dude. I had to lose to this cheating ass dude. You get what I'm saying? In his mind, he cheated. It ain't up for debate to him. Like how we still waiting for all the answers. That's not where he at. He like, bro, it was in your system, bro. You cheated, right? So I get that. So part of him is that, and then he's still a fighter. You get what I'm saying? They did fight 6 times as amateurs. So I could very well see a second fight potentially. I could very well see that. I could, you know what I mean? When things settle in, you know what I mean? I just don't think right away makes sense. You know what I mean? For him, I think it'd be risky. These new WBA rules might be wearing Devin as well. I'm telling you, them they gonna put him in there. They gonna put him in place. Gianni Legion in the building. What's good, my guy? So, but we gonna get to that. But look, back to Teo. He got offered a number of different guys that were all quality. He said no to all of them. My reason for that, I ain't gonna sit here and say a guy is scared to face quality opposition when Teofimo has done that in his career. But I will say, I think he was unwilling to get in there with any of those guys coming off that type of performance, right? That it was shaky. He could say what he wanted. You could claim Jermaine Ortiz ran, but you didn't look good and you wasn't dominant. You didn't take real control of that fight. It was just one of those performances for you where you leave a lot to be desired. So I told y'all after a performance like that, he wasn't going to fight no killer, in my opinion, coming off that performance. He wasn't going to get in there with somebody that, we really wanted to see. And the results, his moves back that up. You know what I mean? The results are what they are. Muay was an offer. Think about it. Muay a lightweight. Still saying no to him. Kenneth Sims is slept on, but we know he's serious. Elvis Rodriguez is on the Teofimo card. You get what I'm saying? And he re-signed the Top Rank. So he said no to him also. And he chose Steve Claggett, a guy that we don't really know much about. Sometimes that could be a bad thing for the guy that's fighting, like Teofimo, an unknown that is going to be a live dog. But in this case, if you just go look up Steve Claggett, you go look up the resume, you'll see that he's a product of matchmaking. I think he's fought a lot where he's from. He ain't beat nobody really crazy of note. I think this is a confidence builder for Teofimo. I think this is a get-back fight. I don't think he was willing to take a really risky fight coming off that Jermaine Ortiz performance. I think his confidence took a little hit. He could say what he want. I think his confidence took a little hit, and his opponent's selection kind of, validates that for me. You know what I'm saying? So June 29th is his date for Steve Claggett, and I'm pretty sure he's going to beat this guy. Like I said, Steve Claggett is not somebody we're familiar with. He's 38-7-2. He's 38-7-2. So just think about that. 38-7-2. You know what I mean? 34 years old. He's been knocked out just once. He got 26 KOs. But nah. He fought a lot. Where he from? A lot of in-house type fights. He ain't fought nobody remotely close on the level of a Teofimo at all. So we already know what that fight is. This is more like this fight is similar to the Pedro Campa fight when he first got the 140. This is similar to that. This fight is going to strictly make him look good. And that's what you could expect coming off a shaky win. No, man, that's what you could expect coming off a shaky win. He say anyone working with Snack is on PEDs. Listen, I feel you. A lot of people don't rock with Snack, bro. Gary Anton Russell fight for that interim 140 WBC title. Door closing in on Haney title run at 140. Look, we already know Cam is going to get thick up there at 140. The top of 140 is going to get thick. Man, salute to my bro Trey, always supporting the Cash App. You said, thanks for being the voice of reason, man. I am on the job. We on the job. Appreciate you always supporting this grind, making it so that I could come here and build with y'all every day.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my bro Trey, man. Much love, Brody. Let me see. Claggett cartoon tattoo on his rib gave me a bad feeling. Oh man. Yeah, I don't think I wasn't here yesterday. I'm gonna check. I'll send her a message and check. Barbara, I definitely will. Chuck J says Steve Claggett sound like a plumber. It do, bro. It do. Damn sure don't sound like nobody that's about to be Tio, right? Or he thinks JBT family. What it do, my guy? How you feeling, bro? I seen her a couple days ago, but you know, I'm always used to seeing it, so I'm gonna definitely double check. And salute to all the queens in the chat and all the channel members, man. Y'all smash that like button. We gonna keep building. And for that, has a few soft spots. Tio thinks he found one. I think so too, Bole. I think he found a soft spot. I think he did. And look, to his credit, he fought Josh Taylor, dominated. That was quality win. You get what I'm saying? Then he turns around, he fights Jermaine Ortiz. Even though that wasn't supposed to be the toughest fight for him, I think it still played out that way. So as a result, I think he was going to take a bit of a cool down fight. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not going to crucify him for it, but he need to kill all that Terrence Crawford talk. There's no way in hell you're going to convince me that you actually got any intent that we just talked about, any intention at all in the world of fighting Terrence Crawford when you clearly fight Steve Claggett, a guy with 7 losses. That's at the tail end of his career, more than likely. Watch how many fights Steve Claggett have after this one. Watch, this might be his retirement fight. He at the end of his rope. He probably going to make some decent money in this fight, fighting Teofimo. He probably going to call it a career. But best believe this dude is not put in here to put up any true resistance against Teofimo. Yeah, be from Canada. For sure. If I do call him Bam or Teo fight, man. You know what I'll do, Ace? You know what I'll do, bro? I'll put up a poll. Aisha, peace and blessings, Queen. We was just asking about you. I'm not sure Claggett is. I think Teo believes that's the case. Oh, you're not sure? Yeah. I feel like this is how I look at it, right? Bole, just going up and down his resume, you look at the little highlights that you could find of him. You know, highlights are highlights, right? But what I see is a guy that's used to fighting where he's from, and he fighting a certain level of competition, right? And within that, he got 7 losses. He got 7 losses. What is it? 7 losses, 2 draws. To me, he been knocked out once. That's 9 fights he didn't win. You know, he got 38 wins. He a vet, but I just don't see. I feel like he one of them old vets. I think he put there to make Teofimo look good. Respectfully, I think he's a confidence builder. You know what I mean? Just in the words of Andre Ward, you can't fight killer after killer after killer anyway. It's not safe. It's not smart. You know what I mean? Not realistic. So he fought Josh Taylor. After fighting, who was that? Sandor Martin. He turned around, fight Jermaine Ortiz. You get what I'm saying? He had some rough fights the last couple, right? So I feel like he was going to take a lighter touch, and that's what he doing. You know what I'm saying? My boy Keyshawn Davis has something to say about that. He ain't feeling it, man. Keyshawn has something to say. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you never know, Bole, because remember, it's always the fights that we just expect him to go in there and win that he ends up looking shaky against. It be the guys that we think could give him a run for his money that he'll rise against. So this could be a trap fight, Bole. I will acknowledge that. No disrespect to Steve Claggett. He a hometown guy. He's used to fighting at a certain level, and within that level, he still got 7 losses and 2 draws and 1 knockout loss. So I think Teofimo is not so worse to the point where he's going to lose to a guy like that. I personally don't see it, but this is boxing and anything can happen. Y'all punch the like button, man. Let's play what Keyshawn had to say. You know Keyshawn always gonna get his, man.
Teo scared as hell. Teo scared as hell. Like, I'm just be like, this nigga done told me to get an intern belt at 140. What the hell I'm getting an intern belt at 140 for? That's what you tell? That's how you know that I'm ready to fight you? To get an intern belt? So he's saying, I got 3 intern belts already at 135. So he's saying, go up to 140 just to get another belt that I already have. And then he's saying that like he don't know these promotions be giving out belts. This is all I gotta say about that Teo shit. He's a bitch. He's scared, bro. Like, he don't want to fight me. And then he keep talking about I didn't do nothing to deserve it. And all y'all fans is going along with it. But yet, when his fight get announced saying that he's fighting Steven Claggett, y'all want to say, who the fuck is him? Why he fighting Claggett? When is he going to have a step up? But get mad at me for calling the man out. Y'all know me. Y'all don't know Claggett.
He right. He right, though. He got a point. He got a point, though. Salute to my boxer, Mom Barbara D in the cash chat. Always supporting the grind. She said, foot support. Appreciate you as always. Man, he got a point.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
got a point, y'all.
I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Peace, Barb. Appreciate you, Barbara D. As always, Queen, man. Dean, what's good with it, bro? Teo and Bob on that BS, especially Bob. Look how you do business. See why I tell Shakur get away, get the F away from top rank. Yeah, I feel like for me though, it's like just like with any promotional company. Pardon me, y'all. I feel like just like any promotional company, it's pros and cons signing on board with anybody, right? I just think Top Rank with Top Rank. Pardon me if y'all hear that drilling in the back, man. Doing some work in the bathroom. I hated that he waited this late to do it. He make me want to go out there and swing on him, but we gonna get through this. Flawless mentality, Dr. Mark. Peace to the OG of elevation. How you feeling today? But look, Pete. We feel like one of the issues with Top Rank, obviously, is they can get you to a point, right? They'll promote you, they'll keep you active, they'll get you to a certain point, but it seems like they don't make stars, right? But I do think that they do test you a certain way. I do, if you pay attention closely to the matchups, like I'll use Shakur for perfect example because you brought him up, right? For him, for example, most people will complain or they'll talk about his opponents or they'll say who he hasn't fought, but none of them really do the homework and they haven't seen the fights. On top of that, if you look at his whole entire body of work, you'll see that the dude never even fought an opponent with a losing record. You get what I'm saying? Not too many guys, especially with 21 fights, could say that. They could say that. You get what I'm saying? They ain't fought an opponent with a losing record. That he could say that. You get what I'm saying? And within that, he still managed to be a 3-division champion, former unified champion. You get what I'm saying? And at 26 years old, and I'll put it in perspective, right? Think about this. They always talk about how Loma was the fastest to get to the 3-division, being the 3-division champion, right? They'll never highlight the opportunities that he was given one after the next, right? But I'll say this, at 26 years old, right? Shakur already, Loma was turning pro at 26. Think about that. He was turning pro at 26. Shakur at 26 got 21 fights in, 3-division champion. So there has been some good that Top Rank has been able to do for him, but we would be blind to ignore like how they kind of get you to a point and you career kind of seem like they'll stagnate you. They won't get you the necessary fight. So I think when you weigh the options with a situation like that, you know that they had belts, right? And I think salute to the Queen Aisha. She was making this point because he said something about wanting the other belts. They had belts on their side that he can go collect, right? So there's some good being over there. But I guess when you talk about getting a fight that might be across the street, now you might be having to consider doing business elsewhere, right? So, like I've always said with that, I just want to keep them options open. Don't sign long term, like you said, and continue to put yourself in the best position possible so you can get any of these fights that you say you want. And don't make moves that would indicate or suggest that you're moving away from the fights instead of towards them, right? That's all I want to see. I'm good. Oh, y'all can hear me good, man, because he doing some work, man. I want to swing on him. I ain't gonna lie. I do. I want to swing on him. Lonnie Lee, JBT family, peace, fam. How you feeling, bro? Good to see you in the building as always, my guy. Top rank, do you couple showcase fights and they test you with some strong and recycle in the process and keep going to a degree, bro. That's true. You know what I mean? In-house fights, and you get it, and then think about it from this standpoint, right? They're really no different from any other promotional entity because a lot of those other promotional entities do in-house fights too, right? So, you get what I'm saying, but you don't want that to be to your detriment, right? In-house fights are cool to an extent, right? Especially, if somebody across the street, as they call it, got a fight that you want and you can't make it by being where you at, then you definitely just need to venture on over there. You get what I'm saying? Just keep them options open and let's get these fights for boxing, for the strength of boxing. Let's see all of these fights because I want to see them all. Yeah, I want to swing on them a little bit. Just a little bit. Roger, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Yeah, you shouldn't be fighting no damn Claggett, Shakur, by Artem not at this point in their career. Nah, ain't no argument there, Dean, because you ain't lying. Hey, you talking to me. You ain't lying. Hey, you a facts. I will even go as far as saying that's facts. But I look at the full situation. We know what's up. We know what his talent is. We know that it should continue to keep going up. We know what caliber of fighters he need to be in there with. But I look at it like this, and this is the shitty part of it, that they're doing business in this instance, right? He ain't re-signed just yet. You got one fight left. They're not going to pay. They're not going to be willing to pay any, crazy money for any other opponent, especially somebody like a Raymond Murataya, as they were saying, right? They're not going to throw somebody like that in there with you when you could potentially beat that guy and go elsewhere with the belt. So I already knew, and I said this ahead of time, and people really be listening there. No, I don't just be talking. I said, do not expect him to get no crazy opponent with this situation being the way it is, with him coming out saying he's going to test free agency. He ain't resigning on long term. He want to, view his options, all that stuff. Then we know he got one fight left. But look, Bob Arum said he would love to continue to promote him. There's ain't no issue there. It's been like that. I think they've had a solid relationship for the most part. Yeah, you heard some of Shakur gripes with the I guess the pecking order in which they get him fights, but some of that is to be expected because we know who we dealing with. And Bob Arum, a stubborn ass old guy that's always going to be looking out for his best interest. You get what I'm saying? So I think, it's always good to just view your options, man. Weigh your options, man, and just make the best decision possible. Like I said, I could just imagine how difficult this is. Like a lot of us feel like it's an easy decision to make. Just go here, just go there. You got to think about longevity. You got to think about more than just one fight. You get what I'm saying? You got to really think about making a decision that makes sense. That's going to really work for the betterment of your career, something that's going to allow you to move forward, not backwards. You know what I'm saying? So I could imagine those decisions be tough when it's time to make it. I mean, salute the king, man. We just built Jordan Smith. What it do, fam? We need less belts in boxing. Ain't no issue. Of course, I had to deal with top guys saying no, fighting them. Yeah, my respect for Evan. Through the roof, Edwin, That's why I say I want to see her. He got my support forever, and I just want to keep seeing him fight. Edwin De Los Santos, he's a damn good fighter. Want to see what else he's able to do. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward. Nope. The B sample won't come out today. It will be tested today, but I don't think we will get no results as to what it say. But I will go as far as to say I feel confident in saying that. I don't know about y'all, but the big debate for me is not if it'll be positive or not. I feel almost for certain that it will be that. I just think the question is his intent, how it got there. And if he can prove that he ain't did nothing wrong, then me as a man, a fight fan, I could level with that. But if you can't prove that you didn't intentionally do it, then we got to treat you just like every other PED guy. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, but that's where we at in boxing, man. Ryan got to smarten up. He got to treat this situation a lot more seriously and stop playing. Got a lot of eyes on him. But yeah, man, salute to Tio. His fight June 29th. Like I said, if I had to pick between him and Bam, I know he gonna be a win. Bam is a special talent, man. I think he really taking real challenges that need to be supported. So if I had to pick between the two, I definitely might want to call it a Bam fight. But we gonna get it right when time comes. We gonna see. We gonna work it out. We should go back to top rank, beat up Loma and the rest of them. Just wait for the Tank contract. That's kind of what he was saying. I think he was saying he gonna do, Trey, to an extent, but. Long as he keep in mind, whatever move you make, do it. Make the best move that's going to make you happy, not a group of people on Twitter. Know what I'm saying? Everybody swearing they know what that man should do. If he don't know exactly when that fight is going to happen, then he should do exactly what he's doing. Keep beating up credible guys. Yeah, get the Loma fight. Go after the Loma fight. To whoever those guys is, chase the belts. Do all that until that Tank fight present itself, and you go get that. You go get that. It's simple and plain, bro. I ain't got to go through all the politics. We got two real fighters. I'm never change until they show me that they're not real fighters. I ain't gonna believe they don't want to fight. I can't make all the moves for them. I can't say what I know is best. Keep your options open. Nothing long term. Continue beating ass, and most importantly, fight your fight, man. Fight your fight. Fight your fight. I don't care what nobody talking about. Fight your fight. Yeah, a lot of people say that too, Cam, about the Jay Prince angle, and it makes sense. You know, it's for me, it's a reasonable point for somebody to you know, speculate that he ain't leaving for that reason. So I can understand it. You know what I mean? But we'll see. That's all I can say is we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised either way, leaving or staying. Marquis, what's good with it, family? How you feeling? So come back in a couple days, out latest next week after the holiday weekend. Appreciate that, Cam. Much love, bro. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all smash it like bud. We just gonna keep rocking. Think Loma fight Shakur before Tank. You know, it's crazy, right? It's crazy because not that you saying that, right? I could see why you would say that. 704 Joe, my guy. What's good with it, bro? I could see why you would say that, Trey. But it's like this for me. When I hear Lomachenko say stuff like, you know, I did this for my father, I'm tired. Like he's saying he tired, like, you know, that fight with Haney, like, you know, frustrated. He just tired. Like he said, it's getting harder for his body to recover after fights and things like that. So he was saying like, yo, I did this for my father. My father said, yo, I think we should do this one more time. Like, and he did it, right? So when I hear that stuff, I ask myself a reasonable question. Like, how many fights do Loma got left, right? How much longer do he want to do this? I know he just won a title, but what his mindset, it don't sound like he got long left at all. So my question would be when it comes to the Tank and Shakur thing, that's why I asked how many fights you got left. If you're looking to continue to fight, win, lose, or draw, you know what I mean, for a couple fights, no matter what, then yeah, maybe you go to Shakur route first. But I think if you at the end of your rope and you thinking realistically, both of those, we was talking about this before, both of those alleys for you are dark. It's just pick your poison. Shakur is a dark alley. Some would say Tank is an even darker alley. No argument. I'm not here to argue. They're both dark alleys. They're both tough fights. More than likely, you wouldn't be a favorite in neither one of them fights. So my thing is, if you ain't looking to continue long term, then maybe you go the money route with Tank. Maybe you figure, hey, maybe I could beat this guy, and while I'm doing it, I'll make a bag. He does have a title. I could go that way. If I'm looking to, you know, continue my career, win, lose, or draw, no matter what, then maybe with Shakur having business dealings with Top Rank, maybe it's easier for him to try to situate a fight with him already, being that he knows Shakur definitely want to fight him anyway. So it's weigh your options. You know what I mean? Are you at the cash out stage, or do you still got fights left in you? That's the question for me. How many fights he got left? So if he got fights left, yeah, Shakur out, then maybe Tank last if that's how you moving. But if you thinking like you got to be pushed again, like your dad got to tell you, yo, we just won a title, let's do this one more time, you probably gonna want to go the route that's going to get you the most money. And then when you listen, furthermore, when you listen to what Bob Arum said, you know, his goal is to, you know, do the inventory and like get his guy in position to get the other belts. But he also said his job is to get his guy the most lucrative opportunity. And like I said before, when I spoke on it, we know out of the two, who's the more lucrative opportunity. So it's like a risk versus reward type of thing. They both high risk. One just comes with a pretty sizable award as well, right? So it's kind of a no-brainer depending on what point in his career he at. You get what I'm saying? Salute to my guy Cam J. D Free, what it do, family? How you feeling? Had a better shot beating Shakur. I mean, look, for me, I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people base that on like, you know, I guess that's a power thing, but I don't think his chances are high, in my opinion, beating either one of those guys. I just think it's a matter of how he get beat. Do you go in there with Shakur, and Shakur could be potentially the first guy to make you look like you ready to hang him up, like you should hang him up? Do you go in there with Tank and get potentially sent to the shadow realm, and then people really say you need to hang it up? You get what I'm trying to say? It's a really no size picking, no fanboyism. It's a really one. You hear the saying, pick your poison. That's exactly what that is. Do I go in there with the young Shakur Stevenson? That's every bit of a technician that I am, but he's younger, fresher. Get what I'm saying? Probably stronger. All this good stuff at this point. Do I go in there with him and receive a boxing lesson? Maybe it's a kind of boxing lesson that makes fans say, hey, man, maybe it's time for Loma to hang it up. Or do I go in there with that bad boy and Tank Davis that can box just as well as anybody getting there with, right? But he also could shut my lights out. You get what I'm saying? But I'll get paid. So it's like, you pick your poison, bro. Do you want to go night-night, Loma? You want to go night-night, Loma? Or you want to just get embarrassed? You know what I'm saying? And potentially stop. You know what I mean? Potentially. Key word, potentially. So got to pick your poison. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, respectfully. At this current point, you look phenomenal against Kambosos, no doubt in my mind. But, you know, Tank and Shakur definitely be different levels. His reluctance to share the ring with Shakur got me thinking that I think Real always recognized Real. Not that he don't think he can beat him, but I think he understands how difficult of a fight that is. And if he is to fight him, I think it got to make sense for him. Something like a unification, which it would be that now if he was to fight him. So my question still remains the same. How much Loma got left in the tank? How much do he want to still do this? I think that has a lot, you know, that'll have a big impact on which direction he'll look to go, if that makes sense. Fender Bender, what it do, fam? How you feeling? Matt Knapp and Bread would be my option. You get what I'm saying, Marquis? And I wouldn't be mad at him. What it do, Fender Bender? How you feeling, bro? Just vibing. That's why I like to see. Good to see you in the building, Shakur at Loma and Torture Chamber. That's what I'm saying. He might be the first guy to give him the kind of boxing lesson that make people say, hey, man, maybe Loma might need to hang him. You know what I'm saying? But then you go in there, you take that Matt Nap, like my bro Marquis just said, you take that Matt Nap, bro, then people really gonna be looking at you like, man, you ain't never been knocked out before until Tank got hands on you. So it's just like pick your poison, man. It's pick your poison, really. Kyle, cool it, blessings, family. How you feeling, bro? Big Dre in the building. How you feeling? Loma versus Baranchik. I could see that too. GM, I really could. I could really see that. And the reason why I say that, because I think Loma being on the most solid ground, especially when it comes to him and Shakur, being that, you know, some people say he ain't gonna be with Top Rank no more. I have yet to hear that at all. So I seriously doubt I think he's a lifer for sure. So when you look at it like that, he ain't going nowhere, and I think the interest will be to get him his fights. I think he at a later point in his career, he got less time on the clock. You know what I'm saying? He's Bob unofficial son. You get what I'm saying at this point. So he love him some Loma, bro. He love him some Loma. Zoom verse, peace and blessings to my bro. How you feeling? Yeah, that expensive nap seems likely. You get what I'm saying? Upper echelon, peace, Brody. How you feeling? Stretched out boxing. My God was good with it, family. You can't really judge Loma off Kambosos, in my opinion. Also, who's to say you're going to stop Loma? No, that shit, it could happen. That's what I was just saying, stretched out. But I'll say this, Samuel, what it do, fam? This is how you, in my opinion, this is how you would judge him. You understand that tunnel vision, what it do, fam? You understand that Kambosos is an elite level talent, right? We understand that, He had 24 rounds against Devin Haney, 2 fights back-to-back in which he got embarrassed. He got, demolished in both fights. He got his ass beat, right? It's 24 rounds. He turned around against Maxie Hughes. That was shit like a 9-3, 10-2 kind of deal, but he got the nod. So that's 36 rounds of action where he looked like shit. And he turns around and gets completely dominated by Lomachenko. So we already know going into that fight, he wasn't the goods. Even his best wins were split decisions, no matter who he beat, right? So we know all of this going into that fight. So when you look at Loma, right, you don't overstate the win because you understand. He said you got a headache. Man, hope you feel better. Man, hope you catch a break over there upper. Hope you hope the stream ain't get you a headache. All things, my God, what it do, family? So LWBoxing was good, bro. Fax machine in the building. So what you do is J Bean Boxing and Betting was good, fam. B Dog, my guy. What you do is you understand that Loma ain't the craziest guy. Salute to my bro Mike, mate, in the Cash App, always supporting the grind, man. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my guy, Mike. Much love, Brody. So you look out the way I see it. Look, Mr. Ma was good with it, bro. Kambosos ain't the elite level guy to me, in my opinion. He's a cool little fighter, good fighter, scrappy dude. He's tough as nails, right? He don't give up. Loma had to beat that up out of him, right? But you look at how well and how consistent Loma was able to perform. But you understand that was, Kambosos ain't the cream of the crop, but you look at the output, the consistency, the attention to detail, the reflexes, the time and the speed. You look at how much of Loma is still there, and you see still a very well-polished guy. You see a guy that don't look like he's ready to hang it up, right? So you don't overstate the win because Kambosos ain't the cream of the crop, but you still able to make a solid assessment based on what he showed you. He dominated Kambosos and stopped him. Devin Haney, just make conversation purposes. Devin Haney is a bigger man than Lomachenko. He had 24 rounds and he didn't stop him. I'm not going to say what he can't do. He just didn't stop him, right? 24 rounds. Lomachenko gets in there and actually demolishes him and stops him. Teofimo didn't stop him. You get what I'm saying? Mickey Bailey, Selby, so many others before that point. So that's how I assess that. He was able to stop a guy that never been stopped. Pretty tough, scrappy guy. And he dominated him on the way to the stoppage. So when I look at Loma, I'm like, man, you still got some tread left on them tires. You still got enough to make fights interesting moving forward. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm able to see. Do I feel like he'll beat, either Shakur or Tank if that's the route he's going? No, I don't. But I think he at least makes the case that you can't say he looks like a guy that should retire. What is he rank? He got a belt, so hell with no rank. He got a belt, so at that point, the way he earned that belt, he's with a consistent, clean ass performance, no real drop offs in activity, none of that. He handled business. He was on it. You know what I mean? Went through the gears properly. He was looking like the Matrix again. The fact that he was able to kind of turn back the clock a little bit, we know some of that is Kambosos. Well, we know some of that is Loma still being a damn good fighter, and all that shows you is more evidence that he still can compete at a high level. So I think that, whether it's a Tank and Loma fight, great fight for boxing. Shakur and Loma fight, great fight for boxing. That'd be 2 technicians in the ring. You will see a chess match at the highest level. If you really understand what you're watching, you don't walk away from that fight being bored. You know what Tank coming to do. He coming to hurt you, not win rounds. So there's no way you walk out of that fight bored. Either way, we get our money's worth. And that's all we want to see at the end of the day. Great fights, man. I'm an advocate for great fights, and that's all I want to see. So that's what that win showed me from Loma. Loma can still compete at a high level, and if you're not prepared, if you're not on point, he'll get you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, credit to him for hanging in there. But like I said, we don't know how much he got left in him based on him sounding like his father is the one that basically got him up off his ass back in the boxing ring. So we'll see. That man is pretty impressive. Yeah, all things considered, the way he did it, body shot stoppage, B-Dog. You get what I'm saying? Body shot stoppage, dominant performance. It was just impressive. He had him confused. Omega Red was good with the family, and it's good and sharp as Devin Haney is. He had him even more confused. He was confused in there with Loma. Let's talk fashion, my guy Remo in the building. JVT family was good, Remo. How you feeling, bro? Dope show, man. Y'all go tap in and Let's Talk Fashion, man. Get y'all fashion right. find out if what you're wearing is clashing or fashion, man. You dig? Salute to my bro Upper. Say about to cut you, get my nappage on. Salute to you, bro. You know I appreciate you as always. Up, man. Kick your feet up, man. Your boy gonna cook until you pass out. You know how we do. We be in it for the long haul over here. So salute to everybody in the building, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. We gonna keep building. But again, man, that Loma put itself in position to compete in other meaningful fights if he play his cards right, if he do, you know, if he do right by himself. Bill Capri in the building. Was good with it. Aunt McQueen, the professor, my guy. Was good with it, man. Oh, they was over there pissing up. Okay, yeah, I'm here to take some of the edge off that up. You know what I mean, y'all crazy. We gonna keep building. We gonna keep getting this good building man going. For sure. Damn, what I was gonna say? My bad, y'all. Lost my train of thought for a second. Oh, all right, we back to it. So yeah, man, back to Loman, man. Let's see what he able to do. I think it's impressive that he's this old, still hanging in there at 35. He's not a 35-pounder, so still hanging in there, putting together those top level performances, man. I think it's impressive for him. So let's see if he really hungry enough to go for another undisputed title run, or if he just want to call it quits here, or if he want to one more try to make a big fight and slide. We gonna find out. You know what I mean? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. But like we know, like I said, y'all, Teofimo, Steve Claggett, June 29th. We know he turned down a number of quality guys. Keyshawn called him a biatch. He ain't feeling it. You know what I mean? He ain't feeling it. He feel like he full of ish, man. He full of ish. And you know what? To his credit, all trash talk aside, if you just really D1, what's good with it, my guy? How you feeling, bro? If you really listen to what Keyshawn is saying, we know him more than we know Steve Claggett. Steve Claggett got the experience. Maybe Keyshawn don't, but he got the pedigree as well. And I guarantee you, Keyshawn and Teofimo will be more entertaining than Keyshawn and Teofimo and Steve Claggett. Like even this little small ass clip of sparring right here was entertaining. Right here. This alone to make you want to see a fight with these two. For me, it would. I definitely would want to see a fight with Tio and Keyshawn. Why not? Hell with it. You can fight Steve Claggett, you can fight a guy like this. That's all I'm saying. I'm just talking about skill-wise. I know it's a little bit early. Of course,
good right hand
right now. But all I'm saying is, based off what on paper, I think this is a much better fight. I just think he older. 7 losses, 2 draws later. He in there to make Tio look good. And we all know. I don't know what to expect from Claggett, respectfully, but I know a young, hungry Keyshawn will definitely make a fight. That's all I'm saying. All politics and BS aside, skill-wise, you put them 2 dudes in the ring, we get our money's worth, and it'll be a good fight. May 22nd. Is there any news? Nope. Salute to my bro LWBoxing. He just added a little footnote. Like I said, for the record, he say, you know, we all know it'll be tested today, but we won't get no results today. Somebody else came in here and said, Dan Raphael said probably the next few days, up until like a week or something like that. So we just gonna keep our eyes peeled. You know, as soon as the information come out, we gonna be here to build on it. You know what I mean? Undercard boxing, my guy. What's good with it? Peace and blessings to my guy. How you been, Brody? Hope all is well with you, my bro. Y'all about to put on the show. Yeah, man, I love it. I can't wait to see him July 6th too. Keyshawn is on the card. Elvis is on the card too, y'all. Elvis Rodriguez re-signed with Top Rank. He's on the card. Salute to LWBoxing. If y'all see him in here, tap into him, man. If y'all like information, if you like authentic boxing talk, if you like, you know, somebody to break down the rankings, to stay on top of that stuff for you, that's your guy, 100%. I'm trying to tell y'all something good. I mean, on the side, go see every day, listen to Justin. That's my guy, man. That's love, man. Appreciate you, Upper. I always appreciate you, man. I be listening. I listen more than I type too, man. I be moving around so much, so, but I'm always listening. Say what you think about that. Went 3%. Hey, you know what? I gotta address it because you talked about it, right, Bill? Salute to you, bro. Salute to my guy, the KMJ Network. I took this subscribe to Dub. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody that goes and check my guy LWBoxing out, man. And if y'all do, tell him Just Do sent you and say what up, man. Go smash his like button, sub to the channel. He is a fountain and wealth of information. I'm just trying to tell y'all something real. That dude full of information. And a lot of the questions that y'all ask and stuff that I be knowing, it come from him. He be dropping knowledge all the time. So y'all go check him out. Terrell, what it do? Blue Hustle, man, in the building. Was good, my guy. But being that bro asked about this, so my guy from the CANHE network, he had this clip and it was interesting. So we're going to play it.
Where you have a fighter who could potentially, and this is what I thought about, and I went back to the Mago case in New York because I keep thinking about this. This is not something that we don't know about. This is something that we know about. Okay, it's one thing if we let somebody fight with drugs and we don't know about it. We know this fighter's 15% or heavier, and perhaps the opponent's nowhere near that heavy. And if something bad happens in that bout, I think that I don't know about the law liability wise and all that. I'm not going there. I just don't think that looks that great. I think we knowingly let something bad happen, and to me, that's a health and safety issue.
And you see they showing the rules right there from the California State Athletic Commission, and they talking about the weight, and you only allowed to be over a certain amount of weight. And you know, listen, I'm not here to cry about none of this stuff. I highlighted it because it's interesting. Like, I don't know. Basically, what I get from this, reading it, when you pause it, slow it down, and you read it, they talk about it. Rules was broken there. So basically, you know, we hear about Ryan Garcia with the IVs this time, how he broke the rules, blah, blah, blah. Listen, we ain't backing no PEDs in no way, shape, or form. But I hear a lot of people crying about rules. So there's a potential rule for you right there that was broken. Is anybody going to cry about it? Man, at the end of the day, man, I don't feel like no IV is the reason he won. The PED thing is still up in the air. He got to fight that fight. But I just think we be spending too much time, like, you know, trying to find shit to argue about, complain about. Man, Dev is a big boy. At the end of the day, we all know that. We don't need the Cali State Athletic Commission to tell us, but it is very interesting though, when you think about it and you talking about people making the issue out of rules being broken. That was when he fought Regis, you know what I'm saying? And somebody was just asking that. Remo, I think Remo was just asking, you know, or saying, speaking about them, if Regis, they said Regis could make an issue about it, he could, but I guess he not. And it is what it is. I don't think people always are privy to the rules at all, especially not these fighters. I feel like their teams and things like that should know, but I don't feel like the fighters should. I don't think the fighters be informed as much as we would like to think they do. So I just send that. Just do. What'd you say? You just sent it? Is that video specifically talking about Haney? Yeah. Pretty much. That's it. That's his situation right there for that fight in Cali. And ain't that where they fought at? The Regis fight. The way rules about if Devin to retire, have to keep the same manager or do we get sued? That's all I'm saying. That's why I say, man, I think boxing just need to make sure they enforce their rules across the board more consistently and stop allowing any rules of any kind to be broken, no matter what fighter is doing it. I'm not rocking with it, but I don't be here to cry about a lot of this stuff because, you know, especially when you got a guy like Haney, I just don't feel like he win fights because of weight, but that's just me. I just heard Regis talking about yeah. Regis too, just fighting your weight class. That always seems to fix it, bro. That sounds about right. Ryan seems to have a plan after all this. I wonder what his damn plan is, man. He better get to clearing his name. I'll tell you that. Silly ass Ryan. Ryan's a silly guy. He's a silly guy. Rate the fact that when you hit a dude and he doesn't feel it. Yeah, man. Regis sold his belt to Devin. Yeah, man. He got chipped up pretty good in that fight, man. I seen Regis recently back in the gym, getting some work in, getting some work in. But again, I feel like he won the Loma fight because of his weight advantage. I mean, it could have helped, right? I just think the game plan, he started particularly strong in that fight. think he caught Loma off guard a little bit with the body attack early. And I think Loma, like he typically do, he be giving away that 12th round like he's known to do in the past. He gives away that 12th round. So I think that's what lost it. Maybe the weight could have factored in, but I mean, shit. Think about it. Think about it and why I don't factor it in as much. And just tell me if I ain't making sense to y'all. They got a common opponent. They both fought Kambosos. Devin had 24 rounds with him. He was... Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. What the hell? My bad, y'all. This somebody, yeah, he must have hit something outside. It's time for the weight bully in the end. I mean, look, that's what them rules gonna do. That's what that 12-pound rehydration rule does. I mean, it's and the same thing with the IBF. It stops the all that blowing up 20, 25, 30 pounds and trying to fight. It definitely kills that. So we're gonna see. We will see, man. But let's keep going. Let's keep rolling, man. So look, like I said, I just played that. I seen that. Salute to my guy the Cam J Network, man. That was interesting. Fine. I mean, it's just all if you want what you want to complain about at the end of the day. Oh man. Man, that's big. Why he ain't tell me that? I got to holler at him, man. Look, bro, what? Hold on, bro. Oh, man, he just sent this to me, man. That's dope. Oh, that is dope. That is dope. That is dope. I did hear about that, so I'm going to be in the building. I'm going to see him too, man. Oh, man, shout out to Keith Cologne, man. Yeah. You're going to make his pro debut on Top Rank on the July 6th card, man. That's dope, man. I don't know if y'all remember. Y'all go check it if y'all didn't catch the build where I interviewed Keith Cologne. He making his pro debut July 6th, man. That's dope, man. This is fucking dope, man. For real. This is dope. Why not? What's good with it, man? This is dope. Man, I'm going to be in the building for this, man. Nah, that's dope, man. That is dope, man. Shout out to Keith Cologne. Him and his pops, man. He doing his thing. I did not. Somehow I did hear a little whisper about him making a pro debut on his car, so it's true. So I will be there. I will be there to see it, man. I will be there. Shout out to Keith Cologne, man. Top Rank. Just keep getting it done, man. There should not rush from the Ukraine war since he apparently. Oh yeah. Why not? Fury's a silly guy. Just you see that 4 billion bull. What's that? 4 billion. What's that, GM? Talk to me. 4 billion. What? What's that? Yeah. In terms of Fury, yeah. Look, he want that rematch. This is what I seen. I'm pretty sure y'all seen the same shit. He apparently wants a rematch, and they're saying what do they say? Plans for the second fight to take place in October in Saudi Arabia. So again, same place. And around October, I mean, look, I don't know. After hearing Fury speak, man, I don't know if he gonna win. He almost sound like he admitted to the fact that he can't win. He said that was the best he could have did, man. He thought he did the best he could do. I'm like, man, if that's how you feel, bro, I don't know. Rematch, what you gonna do in a rematch? Big Supreme, what it do? Fury gets smoked worse in the second fight. I could see. I mean, he did very well in the first one, right? But Big Supreme, what it do? I'm busy in the building. Was good, my guy. He says the link. All right, hold on. I got you. We gonna get to it. What's the word, man? Y'all smash the like button, man. We gonna rock out, man. We ain't going nowhere. No time soon. Yeah, Fury. Look, I don't want to say he's a sore loser, but I know he didn't expect to lose for sure, right? That loss sizzling in his spirit, bro. The way he sounded, he don't sound like a guy that's confident that he could win a rematch. And that's not me putting nothing on it. That's how he sound. He sound like a guy that felt like, yeah, look, this is the best I could have did against him, man. So I don't know. What would a rematch look like? You know what I mean? Because I tell you what, if he get hurt again like that, I don't see him making it out the fight. I definitely say that. If he gets hurt again, I definitely don't see him making it out the fight. You gotta see if he's still gonna be mentally focused in the rematch, right? Because you already know BJ 33, he an up and down performer anyway. You know what I mean? He an up and down guy anyway. That's why I said it was more to that Francis Ngannou fight than what a lot of people thought. You know what I'm saying? I think it was, man. And I don't know, man, if he gonna be able to lock in another grueling training camp, like what he gonna do? Come in lighter this time or come in light again, like, and try to box with him? What is he gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What is he gonna do? Oh, exceptional global reach. Plus 5.49 billion impressions. Okay. I see what y'all talking about. I see what you talking about. JJ, what it do? Fan Fury almost won. He just let off the gas at bad times. Yeah, I mean, you could say that, but you could also say this too, JJ. He was really supposed to be stopped in that 9th round. You know what I'm saying? He was really supposed to be stopped in that 9th round. Remember that 9th round? Remember that good old, y'all remember that good old 9th round, don't y'all? I know you do. I know y'all remember that good old 9th round. I know y'all remember that good old 9th round. I know you remember. Listen. They said, man, Uysk beat him so bad it reset his calendar, man. Look at the month change. Each time he had 45 days off his life. God bless you. 7 more days. Man. That man said, Happy New Year. Uysk beat that man up so clean. He said, Happy New Year at the end, bro. That man said, Happy New Year. But listen, I get it. It was a great heavyweight fight. Highly entertaining. Very close. Very competitive. Yeah, you know, he didn't lose by much. He didn't get dominated. But the great small man beat the very good big man that night. And he had him all over the place. He arguably could have been stopped in that 9th round. So, you know, it's just a great fight. You know what I mean? The fact that we still talk about it, that's because we know we got a great fight. So, I'm happy that this undisputed fight took place, man. I'm even more happy for Uysk winning it because I think he was the better guy. Well, he did, man. Fury almost won it, man. He almost pulled it off, though. He did. Uysk didn't let off the gas. Uysk got forced to let up off some gas. He's feeling them body shots. He gave Tyson a Mustang of punches. Man, yo, you seen it? Because they said them punches was taking calendar months off his life in there. They said Uysk was changing life for him in there, man. Be punched all over the ring. That's what I'm saying. Uysk hit the 2024 reset button. I'm telling you, yo, that's why I say for a guy that's not known as a puncher, man, for him to almost get that knockout like that, where a lot of us felt like he should have got it, is crazy. Man, it's crazy. It is super crazy. It is, man. That Uysk he had that no quit in him, man. That no quit kind of attitude, man. Credit to his approach, his game plan, and his strategy getting that work done. Because if he'd have had a timid approach, if he would have been like scary at all in any way, shape, or form in that fight, if he'd have been timid and hesitant, he would have lost. But he had his mind. He had his mind made up, bro. He had his mind made up. He had his mind made up that he was coming to win, bro. He was coming to win. This man, yo. This nigga, oh, man, he about to make me say something. I almost got out of my element for a second, this weirdo. I'm going to let him. I'm going to ignore him. He probably a teenager or something. I be forgetting some of these dudes find your channel and they just be some stone cold goofies. Let's get back to it. Uysk came out the 8th round like a stalker. He went right after you. Get what I'm saying, Aisha? Uysk was not to be denied. You already know. Weird. I was just be like, what the hell y'all be talking about? Like, I almost called him all types of stuff a second ago. Had to catch myself, but we good. All right, we about to beat back. Yeah. That wasn't an inhaler. It was a cross. It definitely wasn't no inhaler. Crush the legend, my guy was good with it. Yeah, he ain't used no inhaler at all. He beat him fair and square. Beat him fair and square. He lost fair and square. Dig what I'm saying? Beat him fair and square. He lost fair and square. Mr. M Pride in the building with a do family. How you feeling, bro? Felix Rodriguez, he said, true to all he do is family or duck the real debates. Man, this another geek. Shut up, you idiot, man. Y'all gonna get what y'all looking for. Ducking debates. We not here to debate. Take that corny shit somewhere else, man. And salute to my guy KO, because that's the only debate channel I'm listening to. So stop typing other people's names in my chat. I know where I want to go if I listen to a good debate. I know where to go. I mean, I know what, you know what I mean? My guys. Other than that, this channel right here is the build. We don't debate on this channel, weirdo. All right, Felix. Now you and your little butt buddy, y'all go play somewhere else, all right? Go find something else to play with. You dig? You dig. All right, back to this boxing talk. But yeah, man, Fury does want this rematch. I think that could be great for boxing. The first fight was good. It was 12 rounds. It was a damn good fight for 12 rounds. It was a lot of ebbs and flows. That 9th round that I just showed and highlighted, man, that was one of the best 9th rounds in heavyweight boxing that you could see. Both guys, you know, they ain't want to let up, but Usyk really just had zero quit in him to be a guy that's 6'3", undersized heavyweight. He conquered cruiserweight, was undisputed there. He defied all odds. He even changed that whole notion that, remember, they say the good big man beats the small little man. Well, I think they miscalculated. I don't think Usyk is good. I think he's a great little man, and that's for heavyweight. You know what I mean? He's much bigger than me, but I'm just saying for heavyweight standards. So I think he flipped that whole, you know, narrative on his head, you know, fight night by dethroning Usyk. I mean, dethroning Fury the way he did. So you just got to be impressed with him. You know what I'm saying? And look, Tyson Fury deserved a rematch. If it was ever a fight where he deserved a rematch, here's it. If it was ever a rematch that outside of the Wilder trilogies that I would want to see him in, this would be the one. So I'm not against it. I'm for it. It was that kind of fight. But I'm going to pull up that little quote real quick from Fury, man. When I hear him speak like this, it make me feel like he already halfway defeated before he get in there in the rematch, because you already sound like you can't do better than what you did. And I don't know if that's just him keeping it too real. I don't know what that is, but I don't necessarily like to hear that from a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I know you did your best you could on the night, but you got to be able to feel like you can do better than that, because if this was the best you could do and your best wasn't enough and you still lost, get what I'm trying to say? What's the rematch going to look like? Are you going to do good again and just lose? You know what I mean? Lose another close decision? Or, you know what I mean? Do he actually stop you this time? So, you know what I mean? Jonathan Lara say he got to you because one of your play. What the hell? Oh yeah, it's another weirdo. Okay, we got the weirdos. We got the Three Stooges, Jonathan, Felix, and I don't remember the other weirdo. Draper Wright, what's good with it, bro? Yeah, the second one should be a damn good one. A damn good one. Melanin Queen, peace and blessings. Funny stuff. What's good with it? Yeah, I don't know where the weirdos coming from. Talking about debates. We don't debate over here. Past Nation was good. And I don't Duck and they naming some weird ass people. Y'all some damn weirdos, dude. That's what's wrong with y'all toxic ass, weird ass men on here. Y'all don't know how to talk boxing. Y'all want to debate and argue. Go debate somewhere else, bro. You know what I mean? Why don't y'all two go sit in the corner and debate while y'all parents even had y'all? You know what I'm saying? Go debate that. Toxicity, man. That's crazy that y'all think that's how you talk boxing, is arguing all day. Not over here. This is a headache-free zone, man. I mean, for everybody that comes here, debate. Ducking debates. Boy, I ain't getting paid no money to debate nobody. I ain't doing that shit. Fury has the same chance winning a rematch as Devin does. But look, he got a really good chance, bro. But like I said, let me get to the clip. I almost got sidetracked, but I'm gonna start giving people what they be asking for. I think sometimes people hear my laid back approach and y'all forget it's still a real person behind the screen, bro. I ain't for the them games. Let me get to it. Let me pull this clip up though from Fury, man. Tyson Fury, he gave a great fight though, man. Great fight from him, man. But you know, Usyk wasn't gonna be denied, bro. Wasn't gonna be denied. And he said he thought they was up in their corner. I got a couple clips from Fury. Got a couple of them from him. We're gonna get to him.
I want to say thank.
Hold on, yeah.
God, in the mighty name of Jesus, we put on a good fight for the fans. You know, I always say it's about getting paid and getting laid.
Fred was good with it.
We did that tonight. I thank Oleksandr for the good fight. It was a close fight, you know. I believed, like I thought I did enough, but you know, I'm not a judge. I can't judge a fight while I'm boxing it. You know, if they would have said to me in the last round or whatever, you're down, go out and try and finish him, I would have done that. But we believe, everyone in the corner believed we were up. You know, all I had to do was just keep boxing and doing what I was doing, and you know, I thought we was getting it. But it was what it was. I'm not going to cry about spilled milk. I've had plenty of victories, and I've gave God the glory. I've had this one loss and a close fight, you know, with a good man like Uysk, and it was what it was. I tried my best in there. I was having a lot of fun, actually. I don't know if it looked like it, but I was playing around, and hands behind my back. I was enjoying it. You know, he's a good fighter, Oleksandr, and I was catching him, and he was catching me, and it was a good fight. So.
Yeah, that's a little bit of humble pie right there for Uysk. That a little bit, I mean, for Fury. Look, that brings me to my next point, because I heard we was discussing it a little bit. Salute to my bro Kyle Sports, the box historian. The suggestion of open scoring came up, and you heard what Fury said there. If he was told in the last round that, hey man, you got to go get him, he probably would have done that. But you know, you get what I'm saying. But he felt like he was up, and all he had to do was box and keep doing what he was doing, and he was gonna get the win. I mean, look, I can't say that there was no way in hell that he could have been winning this fight. So I don't think he was crazy to feel like that. But I think it's one of those things where it's a 12-round fight, and you need the whole 12 rounds, especially with a guy like Uysk. Don't leave nothing up for chance. So I think that needed to be his mentality going in. And that's just me sitting on I ain't taking punches, but I'm just thinking 12 rounds with Uysk, you want to bank as many of those rounds and make them as clean as possible, especially when he had that truly dominant ninth round. I think it was the ninth round that stood out where he almost had you out of there. You know what I'm saying? So he had the more dominant rounds, I would think, especially the most dominant round with that one. So I feel like his mentality should have been apply pressure on this dude. You know what I mean? Just keep doing. I mean, keep doing what you're doing, but you ain't have no room to kind of let up. Salute to Pat's Nation, man. He says, "Guys, so damn cool." I be trying to be, bro. I be chilling. That's why I keep the medicine on deck, man, because they, you know, I know they be trying to give me all my games. Salute to Pat's Nation. Much love, fam.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Fury since the headbutt. Nope. I wonder did they get him up out of there. They were saying they needed to send his ass back to the UK with that ignorance. Dante's boxing talk, my guy. Figuring that fight was close. Didn't want to hear that. Yeah, he knew the fight was close. That's why I said, especially with that ninth round when you arguably could have been out. Here's the other little quote from him.
I believe that I was the best I could have been. I believe that I was the best I could have been. I don't think I could have done any better.
Show him what to do, family.
Maybe if they'd have said to me, right, you're down in the last 2 rounds, I probably could have went out and tried to attack him and tried to get him out of there myself. But other than that, I've done the best I could, you know. He's a good fighter.
Just finish, please. Rematch, gentlemen. Thoughts?
Sorry?
Rematch thoughts?
That he dismissed the rematch right there, but that was, you know, that's right after the fight. But you hear what he said. He felt like he done the best he could. So my thing is, would a rematch look any different? I'll say this, just being realistic. That first fight was so competitive and good. It's not out the realm of possibility for him to do better. But I think Uysk is one of those guys. You give him a second chance to beat you, man. He got a really good chance at looking even better in the rematch. He do. I do believe that. Take that rematch for yourself so you can prove it. Yeah, for sure. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I think this fight deserves a rematch. I'm all for it if it happens in October. I'm all for it. The first one really, it over-delivered for real. I think that fight ended up being better than a lot of people anticipated it being because of the ebbs and flows, not just because of Uysk winning and Fury losing. I think it's the action. The actual fight was a great fight. I mean, it really delivered. People, I know they said they lost a lot of money. What they say, 120 million or something from illegal streams or something like that. But I mean, I guess it's boxing for you at the end of the day. Pick him up unless you hit him. Like, yo, I'm telling you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, and you got to think, bro, he was the one that suffered the lone knockdown. You get what I'm saying? And you the only one that got knocked down in the fight. Other guy ain't get knocked down. I mean, he judging the pocket too. Man, what he said about Usyk's country was completely disgusting. Yeah, he just was being emotional. That's all that was. He was just being emotional. He took a L. He had to find something to blame on why he lost. And I think in that moment, he just low-hanging fruit was to try to say, you know, because of what his country going through, that the people allow him to win. I just think that's BS. I think the fact that you was allowed to continue to fight, you should be very grateful. But I know in that moment he probably wasn't thinking like that, but he clearly was out of there in that 9th round, bro. He was punching him. He was all over the ring, bro. He punched that man on all 4 corners, man. He pool balled Fury ass all around the ring for them seconds, man. So he should be very thankful that the ref allowed it to continue. So miss me with all that, the reason he won stuff. The reason he won because he was the better man that night. The championship rounds, he performed better than you did, I think. You know what I mean? Antonio Tarver said he thinks Fury pulled it off in the 12th round just by a little bit. I don't think so. Yeah, right. Right. Aisha pinball this ass around. You know his head already looked like a damn pool ball, pinball this head right around the ring, man. So it was one of those fights where you gotta love it, bro. It was fun to watch. It was entertaining. Both guys, they brought their best, man. They brought their best. Fury got in there. He took control of some of them early rounds. It started looking a little shaky for Usyk, but he battled back. He kept fighting. He made the adjustment. He started landing them damn hooks, man, and he buzzed Fury in that 9th round and then hurt him. I mean, before Fury got caught, he was outboxing him. Yeah, he was up for a second, but I think, like I said, not just that 9th round. I think Usyk has a couple of them early rounds too. I think he closed his show stronger. Again, them championship rounds. Again, you got to think he hurt him in the 9th. The championship rounds, 10, 11, and 12. I think that's what won it for him. You get what I'm saying? That's what won it for Usyk. Championship rounds, bro. That knockdown in them championship rounds, I think. You know what I'm saying? So Usyk, I mean, Fury was doing well. I think the moments he was out boxing Usyk, to me, I think he made an adjustment. He started going to Usyk body. And I think me and Ant was talking about it. Usyk kind of went away from them level changes that was working for him early. And when he went back to it, you seen it working again. And that's how he set up the shot that ultimately ended up hurting Fury. You get what I'm saying? So that's what a good 50-50 fighter do. It'll be ebbs and flows. You'll see it start out one way, then it'll change. It'll tip in the other guy's favor, and back and forth. Like we got to see that. So I don't think I can't complain about who won, right? But Fury was right there. You know what I'm saying? Kind of local sports, my guy. Well, how you feeling, bro? Oxygen, man. You know it. You know, I'm recharged after a day off. You know, I'm recharged. I done recharged the batteries. If the Rose wasn't there, he would have been on the judge's table. You know it. WWE style, bro. WWE style. Yeah, but he got saved, man. The ref did him a solid by not ending the fight. And I think in hindsight, in the long run, it just made for a 12-round heavyweight scrap that we gonna all be able to talk about. Yeah. I don't even know why he got in the ring. I had the 7-5 Usyk with the 10-8 9th round. That's a good score, Ernie. That's fair. That's a fair score to me. Fair score. Sounds very fair to me. It was one of them. It was one of them. So like a rematch, I feel like is good for boxing, man. Let's see if Fury could do better than what he did the first time. But it really was a matter of a couple rounds difference, I think. So anytime you get a fight like that, you're going to have people that thought both guys won. And that's all it is, man. We got a good scrap, man. We got a damn good scrap out of these two. Better than I expected, man. Fury made Usyk bring his best, and Usyk made Fury, you know what I mean? Vice versa. They both brought the best out of each other on the night. So I think a rematch is fitting, man. It makes sense. Let's see a rematch. I'm with it. I'm with it. We never know who could win the rematch, man. But I lean toward Usyk. But back to somebody's point, man. One of y'all brought up Y'all send me this link with Turkey Al-Sheikh talking about his numbers. I've been hearing this is what y'all been. This is what people was talking about with his numbers. That's why Tank said what he said. So let me take this down, man. So look, man, we're gonna see a rematch. Let's get it. The first one was worth it. Maybe the second one be even better. Who knows? Maybe Fury win the second one. You get a trilogy. You know what I mean? Maybe you get a trilogy, but we'll see how much Fury really got in the tank now after this. I don't know. Like I said, another training camp later, dropping a whole bunch of weight again, having to deal with the little middleweight, as he called, little steroided middleweight. Didn't he say that? I don't know. So we'll see, man. Fury, we see how long he took making this initial fight, right? So I think if they're allowed to, you know, if they're gonna fight in October and nothing getting away, I think we'll see it. But one hiccup, and we might not get a rematch. Because if Fury's just one of those guys, he's unpredictable, and you just can't, you never know with that dude. You never know with him. I'm saying down too much. Catch up with you as you get older. Yeah, he got some flaws that I think Usyk was able to exploit for sure. Yeah, at this age, I mean, I think he did too much of it for this fight. This showboating, I think he did way too much showboating for this fight. Way too much. He was doing way too much playing around, way too much. I just didn't like it. I think he was trying to compensate and make the people think he was doing better than he was, but in reality, he just was in there with a guy that was every bit as good as he was, if not better. So I think he was trying to compensate all the playing around, all the showboating, trying to prove to everybody that you was good. I don't think he was good, bro. I don't think so. I don't think he was good. Give me smash the like button for you, bro. We ain't done yet. Fury needs to stop it. Drop the show. What's good with the Urban Mac? So I like how they come out with all the illegal stream numbers, but that don't come out with the real pay-per-view numbers. It's ridiculous. I mean, look, I just wonder. They came out with that so fast, and they put emphasis on it. I think what they say, 120 million. But you got the what Turkey Al-Sheikh on Twitter talking about his impressions and his numbers. He talking about how he global and stuff. Tank said, man, Tank called them numbers a crock of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Tank said Turkey is faking his numbers. What do y'all think? Tank said Turkey is faking his numbers. What do y'all think? Tank said Turkey is faking his numbers. What do y'all think? Tank said Turkey is faking his numbers. What do y'all think?
Everything Tank say make the news. Tank said Turkey faking them numbers. I don't know what Turkey doing. Yeah, that was AI saying it, but that's an actual tweet. But that was the AI saying that part. Like I never understood why people don't use their voice instead of that AI voice. But yeah, he had a tweet talking about the numbers or something like that, saying that the views and stuff like that is fake. I don't know, man. I don't know. All I can say is he ain't no damn face of boxing, that's for sure. Turkey Al-Sheikh, salute to him. Y'all could call him His Excellency, all that stuff. Y'all want to. His name Turkey to me. Turkey Al-Sheikh, salute to him. Look, I hear about some of the stuff that he planning on doing, that he wants to do, the fights that he want to make. Let's see it. That's all I can say. Let's see it. Right now, I ain't, I'm not overly impressed how other people are. Jermell Brooks, I'm like, what's good with him all? Said it won't be the 120 million pay-per-view buys. I know that. Damn sure won't be. Damn sure won't be. I mean, that card was damn good, though. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's unfortunate, but simply put, everybody have $80 for them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't have it. Job Turkey is what they call him. Job Turkey Al-Sheikh. Man, he ain't no damn face of boxing, I'll tell you that. But I don't care what their numbers are. He seemed like he was kind of flexing the numbers or the impressions of his. Now, I don't care about none of that stuff. I just care about the fights. If he makes the fights, then I'm cool. You know what I mean? Other than that, I don't care. But he ain't no damn face of boxing, though. He got to do more than put on the heavyweight card for me to look at him like that. That's not going to cut it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how long he he stick around for. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if this is a damn, a bucket list kind of thing for him. That's why I said before, man, the way he got into boxing, at least what I was reading, sounded like he just, I don't know. But Madison Square Garden can't get better than that. You can't. I mean, you can't go wrong with seeing him fight at MSG. Very pissed because Usyk broke his Novak with that hook. Busted him up something nice. He gonna be. I tell you what, he gonna be real mad if he get him in a rematch and lose. You think he pissed now? He gonna be pissed if he get in he go in a rematch with this dude and get his ass beat. He gonna be real mad. Hold on, I got something else for y'all too, man. I got something else for y'all. Fury gonna lose a rematch, man. I'm rocking with Usyk twice, man. Another close fight. I don't think either of those guys will ever blow each other out the water. I think it's gonna always be a competitive fight. I think Usyk just being his size alone, I don't think he'll be able to dominate Fury in a 12-round fight, but I think he can beat him again. That's all that matters. He ain't got to dominate him, but I think he can beat him again. Overall, though, I think the fight should happen. A rematch should take place. Yeah, I do. I think the first one delivered. We ain't have too much to complain about. It ain't too many excuses to be made. Notice how we ain't got no pictures of floppy gloves and all that other weird stuff. So, yeah, I think a rematch is due, man. Why not? Let him run a rematch. Anthony Joshua is set. They saying to fight the winner, Hrgovic, and Daniel Dubois. He didn't look too excited that that Usyk won that fight. I tell you that. He looked a little agitated. Kevin King, what it do, fam? How you feeling? He looked a little agitated. They tried to get a word with him on the way out the arena, and he ain't had no words. So I don't know if he'll beat Usyk in a rematch too. At this point, though, right now, he beat Joshua twice. I think Joshua could always be competitive as well. I think he's a good fighter, but I think Usyk might have his number. I think he'll always edge the fights out with him. Unless I think the only way that Joshua beats Usyk, he got to knock him out. I don't think he can get a decision against him. I just don't think he got the gas tank. I just don't think. I think if he got to go 12 with Usyk, he ain't gonna win. He ain't gonna win. Like when fights were at Walmart, he's stupid, bro. He pissed at his talent without the out of the ring fun. Pissed away his talent. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, he put a somewhat of a cap on a ceiling on his run. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think he took some time and years off his career with the lifestyle choices and stuff like that. For sure. That's why I said it before. It was a reason why he was fighting these very winnable and favorable matchups. There's a reason for that. It's a reason why he took on, Derrick Chisora a third time, Dillian White, Francis Ngannou. He was doing all that shit for a reason, bro. He was doing all that for a reason. He took his time getting to this fight. And even with all that being said, he still put up a damn good fight. But I think he just prolonged the inevitable. I think Usyk would have beat him if had it happened any other point sooner than this one. I think he would have beat him again. I think he still would have beat him. So if Fury loses the rematch, you should be able to accept it. Absolutely, Sheldon. I think so too. Gertz, my God, was good with it. Weirdos are still hating on Usyk. Yeah, if you hating on him at this point, it's just weird. Look, can't even say nothing bad about Tyson Fury. He just lost to a better man. He ain't embarrassed himself. He ain't get destroyed. None of that. He just was in there with a better chess player. He tried to play chess with the better chess player. I always said that. I always said in that fight, I feel like his best chance was to try to, maybe use the size advantage, maybe lay on Usyk, try to wear him down that way, go to his body. He did go to his body, but I think it was 2 clinches in that entire fight. And that element of leaning and laying on your guy, wearing him down, tiring him out down the stretch, it just wasn't present. It wasn't because of the way the fight was fought. It was more of a chess match. I always said this way before the fight. I said a chess match favors Usyk, in my opinion. I think he's more skillful. Tyson Fury is bigger, so he could neutralize some of the things Usyk do just because of his size alone. 7-inch reach advantage. You know what I mean? He was cooking with some things. He had some real key advantages in the fight, but Usyk I think his game plan nullified some of that, and he neutralized a lot of what Tyson Fury, or some of what Tyson Fury like to do, especially that whole, just leaning and laying and tussling and wrestling. It just wasn't a factor. Lee Sanford PDs make your opponent have no defense. You stupid. Oh, man. Probably took his time in the fight because he knew first time Usyk said that 70-30 split. You knew it, bro. You knew it, BJ. And when he was doing all that, that's when I was looking at him as a guy that wasn't as confident as what his mouth was running. That's the first time, up until that point, when he run his mouth, I believe that he believes the dumb stuff that he say, right? But I believe when it came to Usyk, I always thought it was some resistance there. I always thought he looked at Usyk like he said, like all the stuff he say, you got to catch him when he ain't putting on for the cameras. When he said like he'd never overlook Usyk and how he a bad man and all that, you got to listen to that stuff. That's when he telling the truth. All this other stuff, little man, rabbit, steroided man, all that shit is just for the cameras and the microphones. When he telling you he a bad man and he won't overlook him, that's when he being genuine. Yeah. I just seen it before I got up here showing Joe Joyce and Derrick Chisora. If Joe Joyce don't win this one, man, I don't know where he go. At this point, Derrick Chisora, like, he's never gonna be world champion, but he's just doing it for the love of the sport. I gotta respect it. Win, lose, or draw, I think nothing changes for him. I think, you know what I'm saying? But if Joe Joyce lose, he got some questions to answer. But I definitely. He always give you a fight. That's the thing with Derrick Chisora, man. But inside of that wild style, that balls to the wall kind of style that he got, he ended up getting clipped, caught. But Slow Joyce, man, I don't know, man. That should be a interesting fight. I don't even know what to think of it because Derrick Chisora, man, he had so many wars, so many fights. What do you got, like 12, 13 losses, man? Shit, that man been around the block, bro. They gonna always get that man in fight. They love Derrick Chisora, bro. They love Derrick Chisora. If Fury could win, he can't take any rounds off. He can't showboat. Yeah, he got 7-4. He can't play this trip. He gotta be all business. I think that was a difference in the fight too. I think Usyk was all business. Fury was playing just a little too much. With the wrong guy. Everyone be saying about the fight. Nah, I think he just making a joke. I think he was just making a joke. Because people are making it seem like, the end all be all is, the Osterine thing. And we all know that it was some performance issues in that fight, right? It was some performance issues, some mistakes, some tactical issues. All of that stuff. That's all. If I caught what he was saying. So I thought it was a little joke. But yeah, man, Fury can't take no rounds off in that fight. Not against Usyk. That's the thing. I don't know. He did set a good pace from like round 3 to 6, 7. He was doing his damn thing, but again, he went away from what was working and allowed Usyk to get back in rhythm. That's the thing. Usyk is one of those fighters too. Here, it's like Bivol. They rhythm fighters. Once they get into a rhythm, once they establish their rhythm, they hard to knock off pace. You get what I'm saying? And it just from there on, they be like smooth sailing. So Tyson Fury was able to slow Usyk initial attack down with that body work. And I think the combinations was troubling Usyk for a second. I think he had to adjust to the length, to him just being so damn big and active and throwing punches on different angles from both sides. That's what Fury was doing. He was working both sides of the body. He had Usyk. Usyk had to figure some things out, make an adjustment, bro. It was getting rough for him in there. It got rough for him in there. I'm taking this opportunity to cash out. Oh yeah, for sure. That's always that. Shit, I would say that more so with Joyce than Chisora. Chisora just really liked the fight. That dude just liked to fight. Yo, he'll fight anybody. I'm convinced that's one of the only heavyweights. He's one of the few heavyweights that'll fight anybody. I think he'll fight anybody. Anybody you tell him, yo, you want Anthony Joshua next? He gonna like, give it to me. Like, he one of them. You want Wilder, give it to me. Yeah, you want Jared Anderson, of course. Like, Derrick Chisora, boy. Yeah. That's why I respect him. Despite the losses, win, lose, or draw, I respect him. That dude, and he always get in there and try to fight. he gonna not try. He gonna always get in there and fight. So it's like, you know what I mean? He come up short, but he done been in there with everybody. So yeah, I think this right here is, I think they they trying to see exactly where Joe Joyce is right now at this point in his career. That's a slow fighter, man. That is a slow guy, man. Joe Joyce is an extremely slow guy, man. I ain't seen a guy that slow in heavyweight in quite some time. That dude slow as molasses, dude. Joe Joyce be punching in slow motion. Joe Joyce punches be in slow motion, bro. But I'm ready. Really, I'm ready to see what Zane gonna look like. I want to see what he look like in this fight, man, because I know a lot of people talking about Wilder and how he looked, but Zane got to do something too, man. Zane got to do something too, man. He coming off a loss too. He only getting older. I like it, man. I like it, man. I like it, Gertz. Dude, still in here banging stuff, man. I'm about to swing on him. I like it though. I like the Elvis signing with Ty. He re-signed back with Top Rank. Like, and he on the card, he on TO card, June 29th. Matter of fact, he on the TO card. He's on the TO card. Him and Robeisy Ramirez fighting on that card as well. But I like the move for Elvis. I mean, it's, he read up, but I like Elvis over there at Top Rank. My bro Fate threw a fight. I think he should rematch. I think him and Kenneth Sims could be a hell of a rematch. I really do. That'd be a good fight to make. Okay. All right, look. So you got Teofimo and Steve Claggett at the main event. You got Robeisy Ramirez versus Brandon Benitez. Okay. Jan Santana versus Brandon Valdez. Rohan Polanco was on his card. Nico Ali Walsh is on his card. Nico Ali Walsh, 9-1. He fighting a guy 9-1 that he lost to his only loss. So that's a rematch. Okay, then they got Brian Polanco. So the Polaco, not Polanco. Polaco. Okay. That's a cool little card right here. It's a cool little card for the end of June. Cool little card. Yeah, you get what I'm saying, Chef? And I think over there, I think he fine, but I just think he love that. I just think he love boxing, bro. He either beat you up or you beat him up, and then y'all eat burgers after the fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all eat burgers after the fight. That's what he do, bro. You either beat you up or you beat him up. Either way, y'all gonna eat some burgers after the fight. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna eat some burgers after the fight. You think Caballero should fight? You just beat up Frank Sanchez? Shit, man. I mean, I thought Frank Sanchez would have been in position to, compete for a title soon at some point. So losing to Caballero, I don't know. I would like to see him in there, but they saying Joshua is going to get the winner, Daniel Dubois and what's his name? Hergovich. I would like to see him fight one of them, the winner of that fight instead of Joshua, but, we'll see. Anderson or Jogba. I like either one of them. Those are good fights too. Either one of them. Then he beats Parker. Man, I'm telling you, Ant. I'm telling you, he been blitzing and blistering guys. He did Frank Sanchez filthy, bro. He made Frank Sanchez look pretty regular in there. Made him look pretty regular, and that's why you don't get in there with no damn knee injury, especially at heavyweight, bro. You just play at no weight, matter of fact. Knee injury. Parker, that's a good fight, yeah. Makhmudov was worse, yeah. He did Makhmudov. He did him bad, didn't he? He did Buddy ass bad. Best body attack at heavyweight. It is impressive, Roger, because he the way he did Frank Sanchez, bro, he sapped all the energy from that guy and stopped him, man. It was just an impressive win for him. The way he got his business done for the fight. Let's see where he go from here, though, Caballero, man. That was a statement, man. I don't know who was the favorite in that fight, but I would think it was what's her name? I would think it would be Frank, but you just would never know. Happy. Y'all smash the like button for me. And Mike Mudorf had his trainer hitting him in the abdomen with a sledgehammer to condition him for body work. That's ridiculous. That shit right there is ridiculous. Sledgehammer work to the abdomen is wild. I don't know what kind of time he on. Tim Layton, JBT family, was good, my guy. Yeah, Caballero, he was on a mission, bro. He was on a mission to destroy. He beat the body up, and take him out. And that he did. That he did, man. So he punched his ticket. Punched his ticket to another good fight. So let's see what they stick him in there with next, though. Like I said, that Frank Sanchez wasn't just no run-of-the-mill guy, man. That was one of the up-and-coming heavyweights. They had identical records. Both of them, I think, was like 24-0. Frank Sanchez was supposed to put up some resistance for real. He was supposed to come out there and fight. And he goes out there and he gets stopped. You dig? He gets stopped, but I don't think all of that was his fault. I really do think he was in bad shape. He looked muscular. He looked heavy. He was moving. I think my boy Ant was saying he was moving, but I can tell his movement was hampered, especially if you keep backing yourself in the corners, giving up your exit points. You know what I mean? You kind of you let me know that you hurt. You compensate some. Frank knew he was injured. He showed up for that check. Yeah, man, that's a real possibility because he knew he had. If anybody knew he wasn't good, he had to know. Random no Steve Claggett, low key solid. I feel it. I feel you. I just feel like with Teo, knowing that they still invested in him, I feel like they still got money behind him. Knowing it's the top ranked way, I feel like they're not putting that dude in there with nobody that they think could beat him right now. Like, we'll know when he really in there now. I ain't saying Steve Claggett can come out there and give him a good fight because Teo go up and down. We know how he do, but I definitely think he's gonna beat this guy. They're gonna set a trap on a Caballero to pursue the bam right hand. Yeah, I think he was. I think his injury led to him having to over rely on that aspect, landing the right hand. I think him being hurt. I ain't never seen him just perform that way. It just looked so. It looked like he couldn't go through the gears if he wanted to. It looked like he couldn't go through the gears. It's like he was just unable to. Like he would move, but it seemed labored. Like it's just like he had a hard time like moving around in there. And then, like I said, that brace just don't do him no good. Like, I would love to see how he would have looked coming in there without that on his knee. Usyk should get the winner of Wilder and Zane. Somebody was talking about that. Somebody suggested that if Wilder beats Zane, he should get the winner. He should fight Usyk. I wouldn't be against it if he could win and look like Wilder against Zane. Hell yeah, let me see Wilder and Usyk. Why not? Got to see Claggett. Yeah, go check him out. Go look up some of his stuff, man. You'll see. I just think the problem for him, like whenever I go up and down the resume and I seen like you used to fighting at a certain place or like, you just like what they say, a local guy, one of them type of dudes. And then he got 7 losses. Like Teo lose to him. If he even struggled with him, man, woo, he gonna get roasted, bro. Look like he was about 60%. You see what I'm saying, Gertz? From the rip, he just looked unhealthy. And I just know it's hard to win. Like, bad decision. I respect the decision going in there hurt, but bad decision to go in there hurt. Why I say that? Because look at the style matchup. You in there with a dude that want to press the pace, two-handed body attack, kind of relentless, good punch output. It's a lot of negatives. A dude that's going to look to stay in your chest, that's not going to slow down. You get what I'm saying? Like, just a bad move. Like you're going in there with a flat tire, essentially. You know what I'm saying? With a bad knee. So I don't know. You can't win like that. Can't win like that. You try to rob my son. Oh, you know it. You know it. You know it. You know it, Gertz. My son. They tried to rob my son. They tried to rob my son. They tried to rob my son. That's how they be. My son. Nah, boy, you better have your son prepared. Steve Claggett. Y'all gonna make me go watch them. Y'all gonna make me really go watch Steve Claggett for real, man. Y'all gonna make me watch Steve Claggett, man, just to see. But like I said, he 38, 7-2. He got a lot of experience. Well, he got 47 fight veteran, but he got 9 fights he didn't win. Those guys that he lost to just not remotely close to the level of a Teofimo. That's how I kind of weigh that. I ain't see all of them fights. Of course, I don't know much about them other than that little small highlights that you see from a guy. But I'm gonna try to let me see something while we talking about this guy. Is he on YouTube? Claggett isn't very good. I saw him fight. That's the thing. It be the guys that he be supposed to beat that he'll look shaky against. Right? It be them. Those be the ones. Hold on. Oh, I got a fight. Hold on. He fought the dude that Keyshawn about to fight. Let me check this out. This is why I like the fact that we talked about. Let me see this. Let me see something. So he fought the guy that Keyshawn is about to fight. Am I right? I think so. Hold on. Am I tripping? Nope, he did fight. He fought the guy Keyshawn about to fight. And he won a decision. Wow. Steve Claggett got some work where he beat Miguel Modueno, if I'm saying his name right. 10-round decision. Okay. Alberto Machado. Fought him too. Steve Claggett got a couple names, though. But like I'm just saying, I look at the losses, though. Like, I see the people he lost to. And I'm like, nah, Chris Van Heerden. Damn, he been around, though. Yeah, hell nah. Nah, Steve Teo gonna be the only way Teo lose to him if he ain't prepared. If Teo lose to him, he could cancel Christmas. Bro could cancel Christmas. You dig? He could cancel Christmas. Frago's Australian, his last name would be Maloney. And I'm Maloney, brother. You see, Maloney, brother, just retired. He snapped and retired. Bro said he got cheated. He said he got cheated. The thing is with the Maloney brothers, man, they don't create enough separation in their fights. That's what it be. They fights be close, nip and tuck. That's what it be. They don't create enough separation in them rounds. Fights be like close. And that same thing happened to I think it was Andrew Maloney that that just lost a close decision. I think it was. He said you don't need to do that. He's right. He isn't very good. No, I'm gonna go watch the fight though. I'm gonna go watch the fight with him and the guy that Keyshawn's supposed to be. Well, that's Keyshawn is fighting July 6th. Fighting a KO artist, that's cool. Beat his ass, but I think they should feed Baranchik to Keyshawn Davis. I really do. I really do. Feed him. Feed them. The Maloneys and C-Class. Yeah, they just don't have a lot of punching power. They can box. They do some things in there well, but I don't think they're elite at nothing. They're very good at some things, but I don't think they're elite at anything as fighters. That's from what I've seen, but they're good, though. Good fighters. They're champions. I ain't going to try to, I ain't shitting on them or nothing. They're solid, but, man, they had some tough fights, man. Tough fights. Because will say they are C-Class. C for Maloney. Levels, it's always levels, bro. It's always levels, and they peaked out right about C pluses. I mean, they've held titles, I think both of them, right? The twins, but they getting their asses kicked. A little bit, yeah. They're not elite at nothing. Like not at no slight shade. They not. They're very good at some things, but no elites. Not with the Melones.
Here you go. I think what's name is all right, man. I don't know. My bad, it's an airplane going by. I was watching his fight because he had a fight. His second to last fight was with the dude that Keyshawn is going to be fighting.
That's what I'm saying. You talking about Claggett? You talking about Steve Claggett?
Yep.
Yeah. That's the one I got pulled up. I'm gonna watch it as some homework when I get off. I'll be trying to.
I got that on right now. That's what I was saying. Like he all right, Steve Claggett.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. And
I don't think he's complete though. I don't think he's complete.
Yeah.
And I see why they picked him because I think that physically, the dude. First off, the dude is gonna come to fight, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's for one.
Right.
But I think that physically he's got enough to be dangerous to where T.O. got to be on his P's and Q's. But I think stylistically, what he does plays into T.O.'s strengths because he's not a guy that's going to move around laterally and, look to use distance. He's trying to get straight into your chest. He got a nice inside game. Everything else is a little shaky, like his
not enough versatility.
Enough versatility, but his inside game is really good though. But the problem is like with T.O. is he gonna be able to get on the inside? If T.O. can sit back and then allow this dude to come forward and he's timing him as he's trying to engage,
right?
Kind of rinse, wash, repeat. You might see one of those. Who's that one dude that the tough guy? Man, this guy's tough as hell. Diego Magdaleno. Remember that fight that T.O. had?
Yeah.
I think it could be like that. If T.O. catch him with a clean shot. But even still, what's name? He look kind of sturdy, man. I ain't gonna lie, he look kind of sturdy. Because Medano, I can't pronounce the dude's name, but he can punch. That dude.
Bueno, right? He got 28 KOs and
31 fights.
Yeah, he definitely punching.
He can punch.
Good test. See, I just like how they mix him in there with guys that got a lot of experience and they could challenge you in certain ways. You get what I'm saying? And it's just good seasoning for him. You know what I mean? But the fact that it's crazy how people get mad at that dude for speaking about fighting other guys that make sense to fight. Like I thought it was interesting that Baranchik said his name at the end, and not so much a call out. It was more like, yo, look, I'm here too. Like I'll fight these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it'll make a good fight. Kansas City, Mac, what it do? Shelton, what's good, bro?
Yeah, what's happening, fellas? And that's what I was telling you in the chat, bro. He looks good against the level of competition he done faced. But he ain't seen nothing in his whole career like Teofimo. So I just don't know.
I don't think it's a level of talent thing. I think it's more so what Just said. It's the versatility or the lack thereof. That's what I'm seeing from him. Because what's the name is a pretty good fighter. Meduno is a pretty good fighter in his own right. I just think that his strength is fighting on the inside. T.O.'s strength is counterpunching. So if he's trying to step in the range, like how the hell does that work out for him? So I think that like on paper, physically, and in terms of his mentality, I think he poses a threat. But by the same token, it's one of those situations where T.O. should have enough versatility, or what T.O. does well should be able to be showcased and highlighted just with this particular matchup.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I think that like you said, the guy gonna come forward and gonna press T.O., but I think that's right in T.O.'s wheelhouse. Now, in my opinion, like Just was saying earlier, this is T.O.'s fight to move. Because we all know T.O. fights up or down depending on if he respects his opponent or not. We know that. So if he go in there thinking this guy's trash and he's just gonna walk through this guy, it could be another Sandor Martin situation.
I don't think that was a lack of respect for Sandor Martin, because the Jermaine Ortiz fight looked pretty similar. I think that there's just certain things, and that's the beauty of matchmaking. you know, these guys know what they have in their fighters, so they match them up accordingly. It's like, we're going to put you in there with guys who, you know, if you're struggling with dudes who move or positioning isn't your strong suit, then we're going to, you know, match you up with guys that are going to bring the fight to you. And the same could be said opposite.
I would hope that you're right, but you know, I'm kind of on the page that Justice on. They figure they can make some money off of Tio. They're not really interested in making no money off of Claggett. Or I don't think Claggett is like a cash guy like that. So they're gonna try to feed Tio this guy, keep him active, keep him healthy, so they can get him into a big money fight because they think they can make some money off the guy. That's what
They gave him some options. I mean, I said it before. I think Josh Taylor was what it was, even though he dominated that fight. Still was a quality opponent. Then he had who he had right after that. This is Jermaine Ortiz, right? I think those fights combined kind of, you know, I don't know. One did good, then one is like shaky. I just didn't see him taking a tough fight the next fight out. And right on point, Steve Claggett. Because if you ain't fighting the Kenneth Sims or think about it, Elvis about to be on this card too. I just don't think he have an opponent yet. He turned him down. More tires at 35. Turn him down. So I kind of seen this for Tio. I ain't
turned down Barbosa. He turned down Barbosa. We saw that he's trash.
He keeps saying that is mind blowing. That's what make me mad about him. Once you beat Barbosa, the man, what, 30 something? The man, go beat his ass, bro. He can't. I'm gonna say it. Look, Barbosa, you're cool, you're solid, but you can't beat Teofimo. Man, that dude don't get out of second gear. Teofimo beat his ass, man. That's why I don't even know why he hesitating. It's like he's not confident, and he can beat him. Seeing BK was good with it, fam.
But we were looking at Josh Taylor last night, man, and Josh Taylor is one of them other guys where he takes a lot of hard steps onto the inside. He commits real heavy when he's on that front foot. So that's right in Teofimo's wheelhouse. If he can stand back and then allow the guy to press him and try to time him on the entry, that's what he can do all day. But the Sandor fight, the Ortiz fight, they played out similarly. And it's no coincidence that both of them guys could move laterally. Both of those guys are southpaw. Both of those guys have a pretty good grasp of positioning.
All right. Good point.
Tio's struggling with the same things in those fights. If they look completely different, then I'd be like, I don't know. But I just feel like there's just a little bit too much evidence.
For sure. That's why he getting.
Well, if that's the case, right? And Tio struggles with movement, then how you think a fight between him and Keyshawn plays out? It's not gonna play out well. You know what I'm saying? A fight with him and Gary Antoine is not gonna play well. It's not gonna play well because those dudes can move.
Yeah, I like Keyshawn in that fight, honestly. And the other thing too with Keyshawn, what makes Keyshawn so dangerous is in that last fight with Pedraza, we saw he added another element to his game. So he can box on the back foot, and he could also stand in there in the pocket and frame your ass up and use pins and guard manipulations, all that stuff. Like
you seen it a little bit in that
a nice inside game too. So it's like however you want it with him at this point.
That little clip that they had, you seen them stuff Tio offense like that. And the inside, I'm like, man, it's the reason you don't want to deal with that boy. You fighting lesser guys than him. So that's why I level with Keyshawn with that. I just know it's a little bit early in terms of throwing them in there. Like, they ain't planning on doing that. But you fighting lesser guys, man. I'm telling you right now, they fighting, man. I pick Keyshawn because of his pedigree and him knowing how to control the pace of a fight. I think he'll make that fight difficult.
I mean, because the other guy, you can fight, what's that guy's name? Richardson Hitchens. You can fight that guy. There's a lot of guys you can fight.
Said Keyshawn beat
you know what I'm saying? But you picked this guy.
Yeah, never fight.
And there's a reason you picked this guy.
I could say something that I know, but I'm gonna leave it. I like both of them. Them two of my guys. I really like Keyshawn. I like him. I don't know. I think he's funny. He's funny, entertaining dude, man. He's a funny kid. Keyshawn be having fun. That's why I think I enjoy watching him, because while people steady being mad, he enjoying this shit. if you really listen to what he's saying, he's telling you that. He's like, bro, they don't even be that serious. Don't be nothing personal. He just want to fight. Like, you know what I mean? So that's one guy. They've been telling me he ain't fought nobody since he been about 4 or 5-0. They've been saying that. I'm like, who the hell is he supposed to be fighting at this point? Well, he talks like this. I said, what is he supposed to do, bro? Man, don't let me be in a sport that you can't. I'm gonna talk some shit too. You're gonna have to shut me up from fight to fight. You don't want me to talk, you're gonna have to beat me up. That's how I am in real life. And
that's
even
how you
then,
do
I'm
it.
still gonna talk.
That's how you do it. If you don't like what he's saying and he's irritating you, and you're a top level fighter in his division, go fight him then. Go beat him up and shut him up.
You know what I'm saying, Shell? Go kick his ass real quick. They just know it ain't as quite as easy. It's easier to say it, but I see him pressing up on Teo like that. I like it, man. Teo keep talking about Andy Cruz. Y'all gonna stop this Andy Cruz shit. I can't wait till he gets some more wins. That's a fight they gotta make in the pros just because of that background, man. That backstory. Andy Cruz got them wins.
And the cool thing about it is that's a fight that Keyshawn is gonna want. And that's a fight that Keyshawn is gonna want. He's gonna want that fight.
Mm-hmm. They're like, you're scared of Andy Cruz. I'm like, do y'all not hear him talking to Eddie Hearn? And like Eddie Hearn say he'd make the fight, but you know he lying. He just saying yeah to whatever Keyshawn say. Keyshawn say yeah, Madison Square Garden. Eddie Hearn like, yeah, of course. He lied through his teeth, man. Like, boy, you ain't making that fight right now. Look, that dude he's very talented and skilled. You can see that just by watching Andy Cruz. I don't even know if it's a knock, but I just don't feel like that punching power is there. I still feel like it's still a small like adjustment period that he going through from like amateur to the pro game. But he got a motor, he got defense. Like he be dancing in there. Dude is a smooth operator. He cool to watch. I like him. I ain't nothing not to like about him, but I love to see them fighting the pros.
I think with Andy, it's about the nuance, just because in that last fight that he had hurt the guy a bunch of times, but I felt like he pressed him just a little bit too much.
He
to the point where the guy was just looking to survive. I think if Andy would have just eased up a little bit and set a couple more traps to where he could have hit him with something super clean that the guy didn't see coming, I think he possibly could have found a way to stop him. But it's like I always say, man, it's like dealing with a cat. A cat, when you try to approach them, they run away from you. But when you still and you calm and you kind of draw them in, they'll come and brush up on you. Kind of got to draw them in that way. Like there's a difference between hunting and fishing. You know what I mean? When you fishing, you just throw that line out there with that bait, and you just got to be patient. I think that Andy just pressed the action a little too much, and the guy was just looking to survive. But he hurt him numerous times.
Knockout bad. He wanted it. You could tell. That's why I said don't press for it, man. It'll come to you.
I like the way they're moving him though. What's he got? He got like 5 fights, Andy Cruz.
Let me see. Let me double.
I think he's got 3, but they moving him quick. He already doing 10 rounders.
Yeah, so he got early.
That's good.
It speaks volumes about his talent and the belief that they have in him, that they moving him like that. And against guys with winning records.
And that's good.
Like he's out there fighting guys that are like 7-39 and stuff like that.
Yeah, he came out the gate.
Right. Because of his Olympic pedigree.
3-0. He got
because of his Olympic pedigree. But the good thing is, that leads to say that around fight 11, fight 12, fight 13, he gonna be in there with some somebodies, you know.
Yep, relatively
28 too. So that's another reason why they moved KO. I gotta say he over there with beats Gio. Giovanni. That's your guy. Cabrera. He'll be back. He back July 6th, you said, right? So, Keith Cologne is also on that card. Kevin Johnson. Everybody about to be in there July 6th. We about to get our money's worth for real. Salute to Keith Cologne.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to slide over to the Prudential Center, man.
I did not expect him to be making a pro debut on that card, but I heard a whisper about it, and he just confirmed it. He just texted me. He just texted to me. So I said, okay. We're going to talk about it, man. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I like him, man. I interviewed him. I'm looking forward to see what he's doing on there, man. See what he got going on. Should be a good
That's
card,
in Jersey.
Man. Keyshawn
That's
is
in Jersey on the 6th. That's in Jersey.
Abdullah Mason is on the card. Not like that's.
Ooh, he stay busy. Don't
gonna be fun.
Don't
That's
he stay
the
busy?
reason why I like the top ranked card. They do. He do,
Abdullah
bro.
Mason
He do.
stay
I like
busy.
it. I love it for him, bro. I'm telling you.
Damn.
That's why I say it ain't top rank ain't all bad. Every promotional entity has their pros and their cons, and one of theirs they keep people active with dates. And if you pay attention, they'll match you up well every now and again too. So I like it, man. I like it. I just think they need to take any potential training wheels off that kid. You ain't gotta rush him, but you can definitely move him because he's smoking shit. He's smoking shit right now. I think people forget is the last Andy Cruz winner with Keyshawn took place while Keyshawn was a pro. 2021 Olympics allowed pros. Yeah, I always thought that was weird. The term pro and fighting the Olympics. Val Henderson was good with it, family. Shakur Bright Light Stevens is the best. Talk to him, man. Tell him. July 6th, he get the show out again, man. Should be a good card though. Then you got Boots the very next week. It's gonna be quite a few of the family at both of these fights. So we'll see guys there. We definitely.
Speaking of Keyshawn and Andy Cruz, I want to say this though. I think it is imperative for people to actually go and watch those fights. I understand that Andy Cruz got the decisions, but the way people talk about it, you would swear that Keyshawn got absolutely smoked, and that is not the case.
Yeah. Right.
All of those fights were very close.
Right.
Very
good
close.
Competitive action, man.
Especially that one that was in 2019, and they gave Andy Cruz the UD in that one. But it was a super close fight.
It's tough. Like, you know how they do in them the amateur system. That's why I looked at it like, oh, it was what it was. Loss is a loss. But I felt like looking at Keyshawn back then, I knew he wouldn't have no issue transitioning from an amateur to a pro. He just knew it. He just got that style, and I just like his approach, man. Focus, man. I like the fact that he got Bomac as the trainer. It's just fun watching them as a duo, man. They fun to watch. Second best, the best is the face of boxing. Abrams, Tank Davis, man. Salute to my guy, Tank Davis. Val, what it do, family? How you feeling?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's good with it, man? William Old School. Peace, brother.
Good evening, Val. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How you doing?
Because it was COVID.
I see y'all have my Los Angeles, California man up here. I ain't seen him in a while.
Sheldon,
yeah.
Sheldon ass frozen or something.
Oh, he froze?
I think he is. It looks like he froze. Entertaining fights between Andy and Keyshawn, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Entertaining, and it's fights that they definitely could sell as pros. I don't see no reason why they shouldn't fight each other as professional. You know, when it's time, of course. And I mean, I know they're gonna get Andy some wins under his belt for sure. But like I say, he got all the talent, man. None of those run of the mill, the guys gonna get in there and beat him. We already knew that. He ain't gonna lose. He gonna have to step up. And then even then, he could just fight. Dude can fight. Like I said, his only knock is gonna be if he could really hurt guys as you go up there in level. You know what I'm saying? Or you can't flat out hurt them. You got to be able to make them respect you. You can't just have guys taking your best shots and walking right through. Because it'd be a matter of time. You got good defense, reflexes, and all that good stuff, but good rhythm, eyes, balance. It's a lot. He working with a lot. You can see he's talented as hell, but you got to be able to get somebody up off you. And like you said in that last fight, you seen him pressing a bit for that knockout. He really wanted it. And I already know when you got to do that, there's ways you can go about it, but I feel like when you pressing like that, you could tell he ain't punching like that just yet. But I ain't trying to hear the man strength thing because that man 28, so I don't know about no damn man strength. Raging Cajun was good with it.
Yeah, we be throwing that around, don't we?
Yeah.
Guys be like 25, 26. We still talking about
what up?
Man
I heard a fighter say this, something about man strength. Oh man, who said it? Jose Benavidez Sr., bro, when he was fighting Charlo, the man said man strength. I said, bro, retire. Somebody retire his ass. Retire for him. This man's in his 30s talking about man strength. Bro, Charlo about to beat your ass. Man strength. I said, dude, what? Man strength, bro, right now? That's the reason you've been losing these fights? Got it. Okay. You had your man strength in this fight against Charlo. Okay, cool. Goes in there, proceeds to get his ass kicked. Oh shit, y'all crazy. Y'all punch the like button for me, man. We're gonna keep rocking. Just another dope build in the books, man. What is this shit I hear about Canelo is why he turned down Crawford? What did they say? Crawford 100 million, and he said no. So he want 200 for David. 100 ain't enough for Crawford. I do, man. Spoiled ass fighter.
He ain't trying to fight nobody. He ain't trying to fight nobody that got an outside shot to beat his ass. He ain't trying to do that.
No. Nope. Hell no. You're gonna keep trying to give us those setup fights, the ones that look good on paper, and they might could do good inside the ring, but they're not gonna be fights that he lose.
Like the Berlanga fight.
Mm-hmm. My queen, Miss Just Do. How you feeling, baby girl? How's you feeling? He says, cousin who said man strength. That was Jose Benavidez Sr. when he was fighting Charlo, Jermell. He started talking about something about man strength. I was blown away. Like, dude, whatever. So no matter. Yeah, he won't fight Crawford. He won't fight Benavidez. And I'm a little iffy with the Crawford thing too. He could try to say they won't give him credit. I don't want to hear that shit. You fought Charlo. I don't want to hear it. You fought Charlo. you ain't one worried about credit then. So I don't want to hear it. You know what I really think? I'm gonna say this. Crawford was to get that fight. I'm just gonna go this far and say it. Whatever. I don't care about being wrong. The only way Canelo beats Crawford, he gotta stop him. And he probably know that shit. Probably know. Like, I gotta stop that.
Yeah, we know that shit. What are you talking about? We know that. We know that. We know the only way he gonna beat that dude is to stop him. He can't outbox Bud Crawford.
I'll knock him out.
I don't give a fuck if he is at 168. You can't outbox Bud Crawford.
Mm-hmm. And I'm starting to question that even more too about all his weight. I know I respect all weight classes, and I'm the first. Even Crawford said it, but I'm starting to think that we put too much in it because we expected him to knock out. Not we. Some people expected him to knock out Charlo. I know the different fighters, different guys, but we was just cool with him going up there challenging Charlo, and people were saying flat out they got Charlo stopping. Got Crawford stopping Charlo. Not to do a triangle theory, but I just wonder. Like, he really had to rely on knocking him out. I really think that. I just think if you trying to box him, that you not his age, it's the amount of fights, that wear and tear. I think that shit is real. I think he slowed down enough, and that fountain of youth that they think he found. Yeah, I don't think that shit is there with Carl. Like, you're gonna have to knock his ass out. It's gonna be like how Amir Khan was outboxing his ass. I ain't gonna say it'd be that like that exactly, but I could see something like that where you gotta rely on you landing a shot to get him out of there. I don't think he want to deal with nobody that is gonna really come to win. Now, I ain't saying Jaime didn't want to win, but we all knew he ain't had the experience to do so. So it's like those fights, I call those are the setup fights to me. Like, they look good on paper, but when you get in there, they might even be entertaining, but it's not gonna look. Victory lap tour, right? By being an active boxer, and he talk like he bigger than the sport. That's the shit that I hate the most about him, because he don't pay himself. Yeah, you got to win these fights and stuff, but you don't pay yourself. It's not you watching you; it's the people. So when you tell the people you do what you want, you do what you want with our money. That's what he's saying. I fight who I want. Y'all just got to pay for it. I'm gonna always hate that. So he's a hell of a fighter, but his mentality sucked. Like, he too privileged, I don't know, coddled. They just allow him to do what he wants, spoiled, whatever you want to call it. And I don't care how much money he make, because I ain't seeing a dime of it. We spending our money to see him, so I don't care. That's the reason why I think he need to deliver these fights. But until it's any demand for him to do so, until people stop putting their financial interests at first, ain't gonna be no demand. This is why you got people like Ninja Turtle Bradley talking about you know, he don't care if he asks for that much money. But in the same token, he kind of lets you know that he thinks it's stupid to ask for that much money for somebody that you should fight. Think about the arrogance of an individual that think you got boxing by the law. You could say, you know what? Well, this is my number. What? What do you mean this is your number? All right, well, get out of boxing then. Well, drop the belts. Then we won't ask you to fight these people. This is very simple. That should just be blowing me. This is his number. Well, this is his number. If you want to see that fight, you got to pay. Yo, we're not about to rewrite no rules to see him fight, bro. Somebody that he should be fighting. And I said this before. You got all these people that got a chance at 68 before Benavidez. That shit is criminal. That shit is criminal. Charlo got a 68 title shot, undisputed title shot before Benavidez. It's to the point where now we might as well, I think we might as well close the book on that one. 75 is where he at. I don't see him coming back down. He said the only way coming down is for a Canelo fight, and that shit ain't never gonna happen. He ain't gonna fight that dude. Oh, wow.
Canelo want to retire with a win, man. He ain't trying to fight nobody. He want to retire with a win. And he ain't gonna beat Bud.
My bad, child. Yeah, I punched it like, but Zach B, what's good with it? Just me, but I'm interested in Bud versus Canelo fight. Yeah, I'll watch that shit, man. Look, if he can give us all these other setup fights, it's the fights that he put up the resistance. That those are the ones I want to see because I feel like it's a reason for that. Whether or not he can win these fights, that's cool. But the ones he put up resistance, the Benavidez, is they won't give me credit for Canelo. You fought Charlo from 154, snatched up to 68 off an injury and a layoff. I don't want to hear shit about credit, bro. Well, you shouldn't care about credit. You'll get paid to fight him. That's all that should matter. That's the only credit you need, right? You don't care about credit if you were clearly fighting guys that you want to fight. Listen to this William Skull shit that they talking about. William Skull. It's another name that just got thrown in the mix. Did they say Pacheco? I forgot, but I'm like, bro, don't play with boxing like that, bro. Like they really now they about to start feeding people to him, and it's crazy how it works because these dudes want opportunities. Who gonna say no to a Canelo fight? Ain't nobody that scared. You get what I'm saying? 99. Oh, salute to you. Appreciate you very much, love, man. If y'all did not hit the like button yet, make sure y'all hit that like button. William Old School, what's good with it? TM, what's good with it?
What's up, my guy?
Man, you know, just another boxing build. Don't see how people defend 200 million demand. But for 200 million, we get every fantasy fight we want. Yeah, I just think it's an extreme level of arrogance that you're dealing with when you think you could demand like egregious amounts of money for something that you're supposed to be doing. Like that shit is crazy. But I mean, I ain't even mad at it no more. It's just whatever it is. I think boxing created that monster. The powers that be created that monster. And they influence it, they feed it, and they back it, they support it. Because they get paid from it. So till that shit changes, he's gonna have to gamble wrong again. It's gonna have to be one of those cherry pick going wrong kind of situations, like a Beaver, where you think you got one and you don't. But I mean, when you hear like you throwing Pacheco, I know that's not real. You Berlinga, William Skull, these guys, those are wins for him. Berlinga, they can sell that fight, I believe. But he's going to beat him up. I think he made too many mistakes. Again, it's going to be like another guy with punching power that's going to be willing to fight, but just don't have the experience to get it done. And too much going to have to go right for him to win. So that's just where I'm at.
I got a hell of a question.
Talk to me.
So since we're taking wins away from people these days, are we going to take Haney's win away from Regis? Since he came on over the percentage fight night that he was supposed to.
I was just playing that video with him explaining that. That's a good question. I mean, I doubt that they do it, but I know what you asking. Basically, people just keep the consistent energy because if you want to cry about rules being broke, you just got to be more consistent with that. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Rules are rules, right? Brian violated rules outside of the PEDs, right? They were saying his rules that he violated. If so,
So look, if Devin's going after the people to switch his win, I think Regis needs to go after the people to switch that win and take it away from Devin.
Right. Regis, man, one thing about him, he just strikes me as a guy that just fight, bro. He don't be nothing else. Like, it's like they be telling him shit he don't even be knowing, right? But yeah, I mean, you got a good point. Got a good point. I mean, in the way the guy broke it down and explained it in the beginning part of the video, like, it's one thing to like PD's, yeah, but we didn't knowingly know that. You know, guys is being, what did he say, 15% or something? He spoke up. He said it, certain amount over and allowing them to fight. So, yeah, man.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, what's the old saying? Good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah, one of them. That's all. So if it's cool, if it wasn't a big deal, then it should be one now. That's all. You know what I mean? That's all. If it wasn't that, you know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. Then he popped off. Salute to my guy Will, man. Cuzzo said yes. Why Robisi on the thumb? Oh, he on the card. He on the card too, bro. Robisi is on the card. He's on Tio's card on June 29th. I'm gonna tell you who you fighting right now. I'm gonna tell you fighting right now. Yeah, Robisi is back, and why I put him there because I like Robisi, man. I know he took a tough loss in his last one. And his last fight against, what was that, Rafael Espinoza, that tall guy. That was a hell of a fight, too. Man, that was a hell of a fight. I missed it live. I had to catch a replay. That was a hell of a fight. He fighting Brandon Leon Benitez. Robisi is, so. And he's the co-main for that event on the 29th of June for next month on Tio's card. So I'm going to be looking forward to seeing.
Have we got any word on Boo Boo?
Y'all be asking for it. I'll be letting some of y'all make it because I know y'all probably like kids. I don't care to go to a Teal fight. Not that Steve Claggett, he got to fight somebody we care about, Cuzzo. Like I said, Randy Moratai would have been more entertaining. Kenneth Sims, Elvis Rodriguez, you name it. It's just a number of different names. But my only issue is not with him taking the Claggett fight. Just shut up about Terrence Crawford. That's why I say there's no way you're going in that direction and you think about fighting a Crawford. You want nothing to do with him. It was just fitting, convenient to say his name while he hot right now. I like Tio. I don't care for that clout chasing shit. You're not fighting no Terrence Crawford.
1000%. Because even if you were, that would not be a logical step to even get you prepared for Terrence Crawford. You would at least want to be fighting somebody who's a step in that direction. Like there's got to be some sort of progression, a natural progression to that.
Right.
I don't know how the hell you expect to go from Steve Claggett to Terrence Crawford.
Right. And want people to believe you. That's why I said you could hear it in his explanation when they asked him, you really want that fight? He said, well, if it's offered to me, I say, yeah. Why would they, like, I ain't saying it can't happen and be offered, but again, this dude up here at 54, why is they looking to offer you 40-pounder a fight with this dude? Like, stop, man. You don't want that fight for real, because your answer would have been like, hell yeah, I want that fight. So,
man, Crawford would clean Tio up badly, dude. People can't understand why Canelo won't take the fight with Crawford. I tried telling everybody it's not going to happen. For one, Crawford gains nothing if he wins because he beat up on a little dude. Two, if he loses, it makes him look 10 times worse.
Yeah.
So why would he take the fight?
I think, yeah, that's fair. That makes perfect sense. But I guess the only argument I can make for him is because, shit, what's stopping you now? You've been bringing up these smaller guys, and at least I think we all feel like anytime you see Crawford getting there, like I don't think it's nobody that feels like Crawford to just be cashing out. Like if he's getting in the ring, it's because he think he could win. I'm not saying Charlo didn't think he could win, but I could almost guarantee that fight would be different from that one. Like you actually try. So if he gonna lose, he gonna go down trying. Like, so I don't know. You already brought up these smaller guys. Shit, you like money, right? They talking about offering you a lot of money for the fight. Take it. Say it's money grab, right? Shit, you've been doing this stuff. Fight. I just think it's a little different with Crawford. Don't try that. It's funny how you start talking about what credit he gonna receive if he fight him. One thing about that with Charlo. So I'm like, I know that's he was.
See, that's it. He He didn't get no credit for beating Charlo. Everybody said you were supposed to win that fight.
Yeah,
So if he
that's what he
fights
gets,
Bud,
and he
who's
ain't
even
care. You know what I'm
if he
saying?
fights Bud, who's even smaller, he gets even less credit if he beats him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It all depends though, because you could still say at least Terrence Crawford still unbeaten, still ain't lose, 2-time undisputed shit. Hell, to throw him in there. I'm just not against it no more because when I start hearing fighters put up resistance, they start talking convenient credit and nah, you ain't worried about no damn credit. You been stopped caring about that. If you was worried about credit, you would have fought Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? You was thinking about credit. Right. That's all the credit in the world. So I don't want to hear them weak excuses with credit for Jaime Munguia. We all knew he was like gonna lose. We just knew he could put up an entertaining fight, right? Which is all he really did. It was nobody thought Canelo was about to lose that fight. So kill that credit talk, Canelo. Fight his ass because he unbeaten, man. He a bad bullshit. We ain't seen Crawford lose. And I swear he is a lot more defensively responsible than Amir Khan. And he's brave, but he ain't stupid brave. Amir is stupid brave. He was beating Canelo's ass and got too greedy. You're gonna have to get Crawford. So shit, I ain't against it. Why not, man? Hell no. Go ahead and fight him. We'll never see it, but go ahead and see it. Go ahead and fight him.
What up, man?
Mm-hmm.
Chilling, man. It's over here looking at this Steve Claggett, man.
Fight later with Claggett. I got to.
Low key, I might have to pull it up after you get off of here.
Ah, man, shit. I mess around and pop over there. I got an errand or two to run, but
in between the Roz podcast.
Yeah, it's a lot of homework.
Yo,
I gotta make up for yesterday. Some stuff I gotta do. Show.
Steve, going smooth on the inside, man.
You gonna make me watch it, man, because you're a professor, man. So I'm gonna watch it.
I'm pleasantly surprised by his inside game. It's everything else that's kind of, like I said, from like mid range and from the outside, he's kind of clunky, but on the inside,
just not enough versatility.
Not enough versatility.
You don't get the win.
I think he got more skills than Rolly. No disrespect to Rolly.
I think so. And it's like, hey, what kind of fight is he gonna give us? Like again, for some of these dudes, the moral victories is all they got. And if he can provide a shaky performance with TL, maybe he earned himself another fight. You know what I'm saying? Bring more eyes to himself. Like if he have another one of those, do I still got it moments? I mean, then, Claggett might be cooking with grease.
So, man, the first thing I checked out when I got home was, did we get the results? How is it they open this crap today, but they can't give us results for days?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's stuff.
Doesn't it seem kind of funny?
Yeah, I be hearing that they can kind of get it sooner if they did some type of rapid testing, but I don't know. So I mean, I'll say this: at least when it do come out, the information should be solid, right? It should be something that we could go off. But at the same token, I don't know what people are waiting for. I think people might be waiting for different stuff. For me, some people I'm waiting to see if it's going to be positive. I already know it's going to be. Like the chances of that slim to none. But like I've been saying, his fight is, dude. You know what I mean? How you get that shit in your system, man? How'd you get it in there? They thought the same at Hitchens with Lemos. Man.
I think it depends on what type of fight T.O. makes it, man. If T.O. looks to fight on the inside with him, I think that Claggett can make things very, very, very interesting. But again, it's going to come down to him trying to close the distance. That's where it gets tricky to me, man. What's that other fight we were just watching, Thomas? The first Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall fight. Both of them dudes did really good work, but they did it in their own ways. Like Josh Taylor did the better work on the inside, but time and time again, Catterall was able to time him stepping in. Because you watch Josh Taylor, when he enters the pocket, he takes a large step and he keep his head right on the line. And a lot of times he keep his lead hand down. So what's the name, which is just 1-2. But on the occasion where he was able to slip on and get on the inside, he was able to do the better work. And there was a lot of dirty stuff going on, a lot of holding, hitting behind the air, and all that stuff like
this
that.
weekend?
Yeah, the 25th.
Rematch time for them.
25th.
Yes, sir. I think the book out on both of them. The odds on both of them. Catterall just didn't look extra hot against Linares. Just like he gave him too much respect. That was odd. I thought he would have pressed him a little bit more because dude just been looking vulnerable lately. Jorge Linares long as hell in the tooth. But
but he still got that hand speed and he got decent pop on him too. So I think that's probably what it is. It's a different type of fight because when you watch Josh Taylor, a lot of times Josh Taylor, he don't really look to work behind his jab. He do this a lot. Like he
do. You're right. That's a good point.
I don't know what he's trying to do sometime with those feints. It's like, is he trying to set something up but then he just takes that hard step on the inside, but he don't come behind the jab. He just
at all. And he could end up getting his offense kind of like stuffed. It's like you don't have a plan B once you get up in there. Sometimes you take this step. You don't have a lot of offense behind it. And you're not setting it up behind the jab. So it's like, what are you doing?
His inside game is nice though. He's got a nice inside game, but it's the getting there. That's where it gets a little shaky because sometimes he spends so much time feinting and posing and posturing that you can catch him while he's doing all of this, and then boom, just 1-2 straight down the pipe. Because he just
said we owe you a meal. Claggett get the upset. Salute to my guy Fate being boxing news. Peace, family. How you feeling?
Right about that, Big Supreme. He is all gas. And Big Supreme made a great point too. Now, what happens in this fight if Claggett steps to him and he touch him up a little bit, and then he starts to use his legs and utilize the ring? He's criticizing these other guys, Sandor Martin and Jermaine Ortiz, for running.
I've noticed that happens a lot. Like with guys with that running comments, they end up being one of those guys. We seen it with Canelo.
Canelo and Triple G. Remember, he was Triple G was talking about that Mexican style stuff, and I thought that was a really good fight in the second fight, but he was on the back foot a little bit more than usual. So then now the perception kind of changes, just optic looks different, and now that kind of sways your opinion on the fight. So you're kind of hating the fact that he's actually boxing pretty well on the back foot because you're looking at him like, what happened to Mexican style?
Man, that Mexican style. Canelo said, "Okay, got you. Say no more." Shit caught him. I think it caught him off guard a little bit. He had his mind made up in that second fight. He wanted to fight him. He ain't want to box. He felt like he dealt with your power. He's like, I'm gonna just come right to this dude. I was like, oh yeah, Canelo on one with this. That's how you fight a guy. Well, when you got your own firepower to get back.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do that for sure.
Right. Yeah, you could stand in the fire a little bit.
You ain't in there with a BB gun. When you got some heavy artillery and he got it too.
I hate that type of fight for guys, man. It's about knowing yourself, bro. You ain't that. Don't think you're gonna transform into that on the night, or don't allow yourself to escape reality. Your skill level is one thing, but that shit don't just transform you into a totally different fighter. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm so much better than him that instead of me being a boxer, I'm a knockout artist today. Yeah, okay. See how that worked out for you. Yep. That's why I say, man, I'm about to get that on a shirt. Fight your fight. We about to come up. We about to have a couple of Just Do quotes, man.
Absolutely.
They going on shirts, man. Fight your fight.
Don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid. Might make a short video why you need to fight your fight. See what happened when you don't. Go on there, read them newspaper clippings, get yourself clipped. No, man, then you got to pick up the pieces, Got to pick up the pieces. Man.
But I'm curious to see now, man, because if Claggett does some good work on the inside, does some good work on the pocket, if he's gonna just stand in there and fight, or is he gonna utilize the ring?
Right. For sure.
Don't be a hypocrite now, and that's another reason why I feel like guys shouldn't make those type of comments about people running and things of that sort. It's like, once you start criticizing other fighters for how they go about their business, it's a little bit difficult for that same grace to be extended to you. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing it though. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm watching this fight with Miguel Medano, and I think that
I know nothing about Claggett. I need to go watch him.
I had seen him fight before, but it was on one of those cards where I can't even remember who the hell he fought. You know what I mean? It was on like a part of a much larger card, and it's just like, oh, okay. But now I'm actually looking at him. I'm like, yo, I like his inside game, man. I honestly do. I really like his inside game. Like he's crafty on the inside.
So which Tio will show up?
I don't think there is any different TOs. I think the TO that we see is, who he always is. I think it's more so a matter of whether or not his opponents possess the attributes and the wherewithal to exploit the things that he doesn't do so well. I think that's what it comes down to with Tio, is what is his opponent doing? Because again, so you go look at all of the fights where he's had trouble, it's guys who possess similar attributes and similar skill sets and similar IQ. In most of those fights where he struggles, and the one where he looks his best is usually against the guys that are coming to fight, like Diego Magdaleno, Mason Menard, them type of guys. Richard Comey.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. I that's why I say doing the homework, watching the tape. I'm always gonna be a student, man. It's so much shit that you could pick up on, and just small shit that help you really understand these fighters. I never knew that Teofimo struggled having to be on the front foot going to get his guy. I never knew that was really an issue for him, because he's a lot more comfortable with you coming to him, bringing the fight to him, because he's athletic. He got the feet. He can move around the ring, and he can look a little flashy when he want to. But it's like, if he got to constantly come get you and you actually got a game plan, it get difficult for him. I'm like, man, I never. That's rare that a guy like that will struggle on the front foot. But it just goes to show you that these dudes are as good as talented as they are. They still have things that they need to work on, man. It's like nobody a finished product. GP, family was good with it, bro.
Yep.
Let's just face it, Top Rank matched him perfectly.
Yes, well, yes.
GP, are you with me? Hey, Just, I wasn't really asking for the link, Brody.
Salute to my brothers coming up here to chop it up, man. We got a little bit, so we can definitely chop it up for a bit.
Oh man, it's always a pleasure.
We good.
Thomas Hill.
Always a good build with
that's what good matchmaking is, though. Will old school, they'll have you in there with them guys that'll just keep coming forward, or if you're a guy that's a pressure fighter, have you.
Nobody can say Top Rank don't know how to match their guys, because they match Tio perfectly through his career.
Yeah,
my bad, Just. I was coming up here to tell you that. You said they be trying to transform. I said, oh, like that link that I popped in the chat.
What's that?
Did you check that link?
Nah, I'm gonna go to it.
A lot of it is the positioning, though, Just. That's the thing I noticed with Tio, man, especially in them open stance matchups. It's the positioning. It's the positioning that begin. It's the positioning that began him in trouble, man. The positioning began him in trouble. And then the other thing is this too. Remember, who was it we were talking about the other day? What is my guy's name? Navarrete.
Oh, Navarrete.
When we were talking about how a lot of times his punch selection doesn't match the range that he's throwing them from. Like when he's long range, when he should be throwing the jab, he be throwing the uppercut. When he in close, when he should be throwing the uppercut or throwing the hook, he throwing a straight punch, or he's throwing a cross, or he throwing a jab. That's kind of how Tio is. Like if you really watch Tio, sometimes he'll be trying to punch from too far out. So a lot of times he got to reach, he got to overextend. And that's how what's the name end up dropping him with that check hook. He ain't even hit him hard.
JQ piece, man.
Sandor Martin. When Sandor Martin dropped him, it was because he overextended. It was quite a few times in that what's the name fight too, where he tried to throw a punch from too far out. and then now he's got to lunge forward. So if you time him, you can just boom, just take a step back, half a step back, time him, tag him.
Right, that's a good
He
point.
got dropped twice by Sando Martin, and neither one was hard shots. He just caught him off balance, caught him reaching, caught him overextended.
That shit matter. That shit matter. People be like, but he was all bound. It's a knockdown by rule. It don't matter. It's like when Shakur got Valdez. He wasn't hurt bad, but he caught him off balance. His timing took advantage of an opportunity. Like, I caught this dude, knock him off balance.
If the punch hit you and you fall, it's a knockdown. It don't matter if it's the most devastating shot. If there's contact made, it's a knockdown.
JQ, peace, fam. Yeah, but that's why I keep saying people use Tank age as like this type of like this shit is a bad thing. Like this shit is weird. 29-year-old, even if you're 30, like you're trying to make this guy old, they use that like it's some type of bad thing. Oh, you're way older than these dudes. He a lot more mature in that ring too. I'm telling you, I've been saying that shit for years. All X's and O's and skill sets aside, it's maturity. His approach to a fight, that dude is a grown-ass man in that ring, if you get what I'm saying. It's nothing immature about the way he approached fights. Like, he get it on all levels, through the gears. Like, Tank gets it. So, what people try to use against him are like a bad thing. He older than these guys, man. He more mature too, man. It shows like the experiences, whether it's life shit and it translate over into the ring as a fighter, that shit is working. But he really get it, bro. I say it all the time. I always say it. So I think his age is not a bad thing at all. It's not like he's some old ass man. And what we talking about? This boxing shit. You in the weight class, I don't care how old you are, you can get this work. You can get this smoke. So yeah, man, that's a good point. He might be a finished guy, but I think mental. I think, and I'm talking just strictly boxing, I think he's further along than what people be realizing, way more than they realize. He's just a mature guy when it comes to the sport. LaMarcus, what's good, fam? EA in the building, was good, my guy.
Oh no, for sure. All knockdowns aren't created equal from a standpoint of damage or punishment, but they count the same. Whether you hurt, or if it's just a little flash, it's a 10-8 round either way.
Right. That's when that understanding of the game come into play. See, the guy that got the knockdown ain't sitting there worried about if you was really hurt. He like, I got you. 10-8 round. 10-8. Those guys that, from one round to the next, 3 minutes to 3 minutes, those guys right there, that's all they want. That's a game plan for them, man. That's a round in the bank. It's hard to come back from that.
And that's why them guys hardly lose rounds, because they understand how to manage a round. And each round is damn near like a fight in itself, and they treat it as such.
Man, yes. That's why I love people. I mean,
right, Big Supreme. Whether you dunk the ball or you lay it up or you shoot a little mid-range jump shot or a floater, that bitch is 2 points. It does not matter.
It's a fact.
It does not matter.
Well, bro, I'm just getting home. I'm going to make me something to eat. I'll be in the chat.
You already know, Will. Appreciate you always, my guy.
All right, guys.
Salute to you, bro.
All right, bro.
Build for a little while longer, man, before I head out and make these runs. Ain't going nowhere just yet, man. It's always
But yeah, man, that's the thing, man. That's the one thing with Tio. I think that if he worked behind his jab a little bit, coming forward, pay a little bit more attention to his positioning, I think he'd really be able to put it together, because the athleticism is there, the reflexes is there.
Right.
He got solid punch technique and everything. It's just the small things, baby. It's just the details. Because another one. Go look at that knockdown Kambosos had on him early. He overcommitted. He literally just took a hard step into the pocket and walked right into a shot.
Right into it.
Walked right into it. But when you see guys that are really mindful, they're taking small steps. It's small steps, small steps, small steps, small step, and they're able to regulate themselves and keep themselves under control. But them guys who take the steps, they put themselves in a lot of precarious positions, man, where it seems like they're not able to govern themselves. Like, you just took too far of a step.
Right.
to where, like you said before, now you're in a position where you can't even work.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you step in, you're getting tagged by something. And then now you got to try to hold on and try to smother and all this other stuff.
Which he really wants to do too. That's the second part of that. Like he looks and hopes to engage in there because he can do some of his gritty work up inside there. So some of it may be calculated, but like you said, he smothers his real estate bad when he could take advantage of that jab and the length that he actually has as a fighter that's bigger than most of his opponents.
Right.
But it's not just with him though. Tom, it's just with a lot of guys. Like when you look at the guys who are like really good counter punches, them guys have really good control over their feet. And a lot of times they don't move any more than what they need to. It's just like real small steps. But it's like if the guy takes a small step forward, they take a small step back. The guy takes a big step forward, they take a big step back, or sometimes like a leap back. And then now when the guy reaches and he puts himself out of position, they're able to see everything and they're able to counter. But the guys who are always on the extreme with their movement and it's just big step, big step, big step, they usually put themselves in bad positions. And that's the one thing I noticed with Teo, man. Is like in those fights where he was struggling, it's just the position, and then just little things like not blocking the exit, not throwing the appropriate punches to corral the opponent. So if you got a guy who's a southpaw and he keeps putting his lead foot on the outside, and of course he's trying to go to your weak side, which is your lead, because he wants to go away from the brick. He wants to go away from the power, circle away from it. Then why not throw like a left hook or something like that to try to corral him since he's already flowing in that direction? And then maybe put a combination together. Now you could throw the left, and then boom, now you could throw the straight right hand behind it or something like that. But with Teo, a lot of times it's like he just ends up watching these guys just escape just over and over again. And it's like I could understand if it was a situation where these guys were just on their bike and just moving the entire time. But you go rewatch those fights, that's not the case. A lot of times they're in there with him, engaging with him, but then he's just not paying attention to his positioning. And then when he does look to attack, he takes that hard ass step, and then more often than not, he's placing his foot on the inside. So if you're doing that, now the guy can keep escaping. All you got to do is just swim out or pivot out to the weak side and just keep doing it repeatedly. Rinse, wash, repeat. So at least like if you establish your position and you put your foot on the outside, the guy don't want to trip because your foot is on the outside. Your leg is on the outside blocking the exit. So 9 times out of 10, what's he going to do? He's going to pull straight back, or he's going to try to go the other way, the path of least resistance, which would be towards the right hand. And more often than not, he don't want to go towards the right hand. So what's he going to do? Pull straight back.
Right.
So you follow him out. But Teo, a lot of times, it's like he just doesn't establish that superior position. And he just, I don't know, man.
I think that's he's a guy that I think deals with a lot of mental lapses in the ring too. Sometimes trying to overcompensate, trying to play too much to the crowd. So I think sometimes he can make a fight more complicated than it needs to be by just trying too hard. I've seen that out of him. Like you just let the fight come to you. That comes to mind sometimes. Like let the fight come to you. You be trying to make something happen where you don't need to force it. Like it's okay to know that the guy's in there thinking, but it's another thing when you could tell he's thinking too much and he's trying too hard. And that he's one of those guys, man. As chaotic as them two, him and his pops could be. No surprise there, man. No surprise there.
And the thing is like a lot of those fights, like those two fights in particular, that the Jermaine Ortiz and the Sandor Martin fight, I think that he could have made those fights a lot easier on himself if he just prioritized positioning. Because then now you can't say that these guys are running. Right. But it's like if you keep giving them an exit, you keep letting them skate out. What's my guy's name? Shushu. When I was at the Garden, he was having a similar issue with the guy that he was fighting.
Right.
This is before he knocked him out. And then they interviewed him afterwards. and they said like, hey, what was the difference? He said my coach said I had to block the exit. So he started paying attention to his position and eventually was able to block the guy off and catch him with a clean shot. But prior to that point, the first 3-4 rounds, the guy kept skating out to the weak side time and time again, skating out. But then when he finally blocked the exit, listened to his coach.
Right. Telling you, man, it's a lot of this, man. You got a coach for a reason. Those guys that know how to really not only just listen but apply said instruction that they're getting from round to round are going to be some of the best fighters. They're teachable and they know how to make those. Those are fighters that make those in-fight adjustments from round to round. The guys that's able to. You don't want to just go to the corner and listen to a bunch of shit. That's what's frustrating too. You see a guy get great at you. Are you listening? And you hear a guy get great instruction and he go out there and do none of this shit. None of the shit. And then he continue to do it round after round while he losing. That shit is frustrating and hard to watch, bro. It's hard to watch. I hate to see it.
Yeah, I got to give Shushu a lot of credit for his humility, man, for him to listen to his coach instead of being like, yo, I'm the one who's in here or whatever. Because we've seen guys, like you just said, who did that just that same thing. I was watching what's 2 weeks ago, and I was just like, what the hell? Lil B-Hop, man. The way he just disregarded his coaches in the rematch with Ryo. It's like, yo, he's telling me, yo, I got this. And then end up getting clipped.
Yeah. Yeah, it's him and Terry Crews. They pissing me off. I don't want to see neither one of them. Terry Crews get on my nerves. They better not make a mockery out of the sport trying to fight. That's where I draw the line, bro. We can't have that type of shit taking place. Talking about fight. Dudes better chill. Oh, that
I ain't mad at a little exhibition.
I don't want to see you.
I ain't mad at a little exhibition. I don't think it's going to take away from the sport.
No, it won't. They just but I was just seeing Terry. I was like, bro, can I take this serious right now? What the hell y'all doing? But we'll see. We'll see. But it's crazy to see that, you know, everybody be trying to cash in, man. Hey, if it makes some dollars, they willing to get punched on a little bit.
I know Terry Crews got too many muscles, though, man. That man gonna be tired probably after the first round. Gonna be gassed out.
That most of his, if we started asking people to name all the flat-footed Mexicans he fought, they wouldn't even be able to do it. That's just a bad narrative that people put out there. And who in boxing made it that being flat-footed is some type of, like, you know, this huge disadvantage? Like, who the hell made that like the bad thing? Like, it's some great fighters that flat foot guys.
Absolutely,
it's some great fighters out there. Like, I don't know who deemed that like the bad thing. Like, I don't get it. And now the hell with who he's been fighting. Look at who he's now fighting, and they still complain about that. That's why I say when it comes to Tank Davis, I have no problem fighting a good fight for boxing. You can tell that shit just be narratives, because when it switches, when he's fighting somebody that's the polar opposite of what you complain about, they still complain about it. When he do good and beat you up, knock you out, perform well, they still complain about it. He fights somebody that's of note, worthy, he had all types of disadvantages, they still complain. I've never, ever, and I mean this, since I've been watching boxing, seen that man win a fight and somebody just come out and just give him credit. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. All they do, they sit up from panel to panel, comment section to comment section. Who was Ryan Garcia? Who was Hector Garcia? Well, if you do your homework, you will know exactly who those guys are. I'm not in the business of taking credit from these dudes doing shit that I can't do. That's why my mentality is much different than the average person. Like, these people act as if they can get in there and do better. That man has challenged himself in ways that people will never appreciate because it's not the name that you want to see. That doesn't make it. That don't mean a challenge is not a challenge if it ain't the guy you want to see. So that's how I see it with Tank. That come forward, flat-footed Mexican stuff. So y'all telling me for 100% Mexican fighters up until this point, and you know that'd be a lie. They say he ain't fight black fighters. Then when you do your homework, you see he fought more black fighters than the other guys. It's really corny. Like, they're just bad narratives. That shit come from people that don't like Tank. That's just simple. I like all these dudes, and I'm gonna respect all their journeys. They all different. He got a unique one. He's man, look, he tweeted today about, I think it was today, about turkey numbers, and that's news. Like, that dude just a little different, man. I mean, he's just a little different. Flat-footed, come forward Mexicans. That shit is boring. Shit is corny. And then it's crazy. One of them same come forward, flat-footed Mexicans dethrone people's favorite fighter, and now they sitting here in recovery, dealing with it. Man, yo, Ryan should have showed y'all that being a flat-foot, come forward Mexican, as y'all say, is not so much of a disadvantage. You get what I'm saying? That's what he was, right? Look what happened.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I
And
don't like
like stressed out boxing said, man, power comes from flat-footed fighters. And you know what I think it is? It's become one of those terms that's almost become interchangeable for a lot of people with having slow feet or having bad feet. What it is it's a technique. It's a preference. Somebody's up on their toes, like, yeah, they may be a little bit more mobile, but they're not generating the same power. Somebody who's flat-footed, they're sitting down on their
Me neither, Gertz. That's a great point.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. That's the crazy
thing,
thing.
Gertz.
I don't like that part either.
Me neither.
Like the whole Mexican thing either.
Man, I'm like, bro, damn. Like, man. Yeah, Chavez flat-footed shit. Charlo pretty flat-footed. Charlo's. But you can see him be on his toes. Shakur went from a flat-footed guy with no legs, no feet to keep up with X, Y, and Z fighters to a runner in a matter of 2 fights. From a flat-footed guy to a runner. Like, you just can't make this shit up, yo. People, I'm starting to feel like people just are repeating what they hear so many other people repeat. So if you hear it enough times, you'd be like, man, got to be some truth to that. People always saying it. Do your own homework. Yeah, he fought some guys that come forward flat foot, might be Mexican, but that's not the case for every fighter. You know what I mean? That's just a bad narrative for somebody that want to discredit. You know what I mean? It's just like saying Haney fought all old fighters. Yeah, he's fought some old guys, but he fought some younger guys too. We just don't want to highlight that because it don't help us make an argument. Like, yeah, we got an argument that, yeah, some older guys he fought for sure, but who's to say that he's doing something that any boxing been that way? Out with the old, in with the new. That's part of the game. But all the time, you know, these younger fighters don't beat the older guys on the way out. Sometimes they take L. So, Kello, what's good, my guy? How you feeling? What's good with it, bro? That's a good point, though. For a junior to do a certain combination, he asked, was he listening? Oh, yeah, Floyd read it. Yeah, that's a good point, Kello. And he repeated to him what he said to him in the corner. He's like, you ain't even listening. He said, yeah, man, I'm da-da-da-da-da-da-da. He repeated the instruction. Telling you gotta love Floyd. He's special talent. That's why I say the more you watch this, the more you understand what chemistry is and how important it is. It's one thing to sit down on the stool and listen, and you can have a look in your eye, looking them straight in the eye like you're listening, but it's another thing to go out there and be able to really implement it in the fight and have trust that the guy that's in your corner sees the right shit and you feel comfortable to do what he's asking you to do to get the job done. There's nothing better than that. That shit is a thing of beauty. That's why when I seen, you know, Raymond Ford in there with, what was it, Coach Anthony, and then I think it was Teray Stevenson, them two, working with him in his last fight, bro, man, they won that shit as a team. Man, I felt that for him. I felt the emotion with him. Man, the way he won that fight, and I'm telling you, that's why your team matters, because they was telling them all the right shit. Like, if that was a perfect fight. I ain't talking about he fought a perfect fight, but execution and motivation, being able to get your fighter to respond, right in fight adjustments, telling him the right shit, keeping his energy even kill, all that shit, keeping him focused on the fight and not nothing else. I mean, God, think this dude had a damn dog. Didn't he have a crazy ass cut? All he did was fight harder, man. Telling you, man, that shit is special when you got a real team that understand you and can get the most out of you as a fighter, get you to respond. Like, when shit get rough, you don't shut down and fold, you respond. They tell you some shit and you feel confident enough that, you know what, I'm gonna go out here and do this shit and get it done. I love to see that. Ain't nothing like boxing, bro. When you know that a trainer just told their guy, hey man, if you stop doing this and start doing that, you get what I'm saying? And you just see the adjustment made and the results. I'm telling you, it's different. And breaking that shit down. I'm telling you, the professor.
No, you're right about that, man. Another fight that I was like,
facts,
man, I was right there with him enjoying it. It was that rematch. What's my guy's name, man? The one that fought Liam Smith.
Eubank Jr. Chris Eubank.
Yo.
Mm-hmm.
the rematch, listening to the Sky Sports broadcast, you can hear Bomac and Red Spike. You can hear them dudes yelling the whole fight, giving him instructions. And he was doing everything they asked him to do. And then you could just see how how overjoyed he was when he got the stoppage, man. It was like, yo, that's got to be an amazing feeling.
Right.
The first fight, you get knocked out, you come back, you do everything these dudes tell you to do, and it works. And not only does it work, but like ultimately, you get a
knockout. After he just stopped you, when people were saying he was gonna get the same result, he might knock him out again. Man, for him to come out there, he had a perfect fight. And Bomac made the adjustments and he listened. He had his ear that quick. And look at the results of when you have somebody that know what they're doing and you trust them enough to listen to what they're telling you. You had the ability to execute and implement, and then you get the result, man. It's like got to be the ultimate prize, bro. Tell Bud and Tank that they're down on the cards. It's over for their opponents. Yeah, they're gonna go get you. Facts, TM, flat-footed runner. They don't. I'm tired of shitting on fighters. I don't do that anyway. But I'd be tired of us just sitting up here taking from what makes these dudes them. Like I've literally within the last month or so more, heard people complain about what they feel like defense is. Like this shit is crazy to me. It's getting worse. Like people don't know how to separate what your preference is from what's efficient and what's effective in boxing. Like, so if it's not my preference, that's not defense. I don't care what you say. Doing this, making this move, jumping straight back, this and that. That's not defense because I said so. Like, you sound stupid. You sound stupid. People have preferences. I heard somebody complain about a fighter. I just care to use names, but complain about a fighter using lateral movement. Like, you can't. You've heard people be critiqued for not using lateral movement, presenting a moving target, level changing and shit like that. Then you see a guy that's capable and you critique him for doing exactly that. You supposed to stand right in front of him, man. He was in the fight doing lateral movement. I swear to God, I couldn't believe I was hearing this. I was like, so is moving laterally a bad thing now? So let me get this straight. You can't do that. You can't jump straight back. What the hell can you do? I'm like, God, man. Y'all killing boxing because y'all not students. Everybody want to be a teacher. Nobody wants to be the student, man. Trust your training and coaches. Fight wasn't even close. Yeah, right. Tank and Derrick James is going to be his only issue versus Frank. I'm telling you, they got a real boxing bind with Derrick James.
You spot on with the what's saying too, man, with the aesthetic thing. And that Tower to Jeet Kune Do, that Bruce Lee book, he talks about that explicitly. Just like how productivity and efficiency and being proficient, that's the only thing that matters. Fuck what it look like. Does it work? Does it work? Does it work? That's it.
Sports is mental. Boxing is mind games. If I can get you to not do what you do best because I made you feel like that makes you a sucker if you do it, I fucking won. I beat you. Mentally, I'm winning right now because I got you convinced. Don't do what's best for you. Do what's best for me. Like, you can't be serious, man. Man, only the dumb fighters will fall for that shit. Yeah, don't make that move like that, or you better not come and fight me this way. Because, if you do what they secretly telling you, if you do, this shit gonna give me a hard time, and you very well could beat me. So you know what I'm gonna tell you? I'm gonna tell you, if you come and fight me that way, you're gonna look bad, you a sucker. That means you trash. Hopefully, I can convince you that you shouldn't do what's best for you in the fight, and then you can do what's best for me. That way, I'm winning the mental battle, and when we get in the ring, I'm gonna win the physical battle. That's why I keep saying, I'm putting that shit on the shirt. Fight your fight. Fight your fight. Horry Thanks, my guy. What's good with the JBT family?
Gotta fight your fight, man. Gotta fight your fight.
Right.
And then here's the other thing too is just remain studious and expand your fight. That's the other thing too. Expand your fight. Like you don't have to be stuck
watching
just
pro box. That's
you
why
ain't got to be stuck doing just one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Expand.
Ace stretched out. bro. And then just not to like we ain't railroading him, just an honest boxing conversation. Yes, he did fall for that. Yes, he did fall for that. He read too many. He believed that bullshit that he was saying too much. And once I started hearing him say it too much, knockout, you say it to the point where I think subconsciously it affects somewhat of your game plan. And then once you were shown that wasn't the right way, it's like now you in it and you stubborn. A stubborn approach led to you to continue to make the same mistake. You were stubborn, but bad stubborn. You get what I'm saying? Not good stubborn. You was bad stubborn, and it led to your own detriment. Yeah, damn, he caught me, but you know what? I still got to step to him. I still got to. That's how I felt. So it's like, fighting off instinct too. Hell of a fighter. Tough as nails, bro. I actually do want to see when he come back because I want to see, him put it all together again in a fight and just get his hand raised again.
Yeah.
But we definitely watching Pro Box. I already set my notification and make sure I won't miss it. Them shows is underrated bad. The last one was exciting. All them fights was good, bro. I'm like, damn, I don't be want to miss these.
I like the mole style, man. The mole from Ryan's camp. I can't.
You like it, right? He can fight, right, bro?
He got a nice little fight game to him, man. Here's the other thing too. I think that you can't live on other people's victories, man. I think that's the other thing that gets some guys caught up, like because that kept reoccurring. Oh well, he made you quit. You ain't him. You ain't him. Yeah, he made you quit. So I was thinking maybe that was part of why they thought that they would be able to go in there and get the knockout or stop him in some form of fashion because he quit in the fight with Tank. And it's like, yo, you ain't him, bro. Like, sorry. Or because Luke Campbell dropped him.
Right. I like it when he banged with Loma, but it wasn't the right game plan. Yeah, the perfect game plan for Loma. Smaller guy, you could physically impose your will and your size over on him. And even that didn't come without no resistance. You see that it got to a point where Loma caught on, made an adjustment. He made it more difficult for him to play that in-range, mid-range game with him because he was getting tagged. So, yeah, man, I think it's just about being versatile and knowing when you should switch it up, knowing when you went to the well enough times, knowing when something ain't working. It's kind of like when he went in the corner and said to his pops, "Hey, man, he figuring me out." Like that's people made fun of that. That's honest. That's what he supposed to tell him. Like, "Hey, man, you told me to do this. Hey, he caught on, so he looking for guidance in that regard. Now, what do we do next?" Like people make fun of it, but it's like you only do that because you don't really understand what you're saying. That's a moment. Every fighter goes through that shit, I'm pretty sure, but it just was an honest reaction. And I always say I gave him a lot of credit because they figured it out. He didn't give him no damn, super crazy soundbite, but it was efficient enough to go out there for him to feel like, all right, you know what I mean? He ain't walk out there second guessing what he was just told. That's what never mind how it sounded to you. Look how the fighter responded to it is what mattered. People be getting shit mixed up. We don't care how you feel. Look at the fighter. That's what matters. Did he respond to that shit or did he fold? Did his advice put him in a worse situation or a better situation? So this is like you can make jokes about the moment, but you got to be real and say they figured that shit out. They could have folded. That could have been a moment to fold.
Yep. I agree. Again, that's one of them situations. Forget what it sound like, man. Forget what it sound like. That's honestly, that's the moment where you need to be honest because you need to figure it out.
Right.
The fight is on the line and potentially your health is on the line. So you better figure that shit out. Stretched out. I used to feel that way until I rewatched a couple of those fights and I listened to some of the things that Bill was saying in the corner. I'm not upset with Bill's instruction. My thing with that corner in particular is it just seems like there's some of the things that should have been ironed out in camp. Because there was a moment where Dev was getting touched up because he was probing and pulling straight back. And Bill was actually telling him, like, yo, you gotta pivot out. You gotta get off the line. Like you can't just stay on the line, which is sound advice. But it's like if this is something that he does regularly, that's something that's got to be drilled in the gym. Like you can't wait till the night of. It's like if you haven't been working on this, y'all got to make sure that's ironed out. So then when you make that suggestion, he's able to comply. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. That's why I would like to see them have somebody else working with them in camp.
Man, 2 fights and 5 months under his belt with Derrick James. I think that point was underestimated amongst all around antics. Great point, L-Dub. Great point. It was. I think they gelled. I think they had more chemistry and synergy going on than what people realize too. And usually we say that we'll be like, yo, they needed a little bit of time. Well, he had that time, and like you said, I think the antics was easy, kind of like the 52 fake out. Y'all think I ain't doing no work. In reality, you listen to Derrick James. Some people, we was throwing it out there when we had these conversations. Some people like, man, I don't think Derrick James would be working with him if he wasn't working. Like, I don't think he would put up with him. Well, there you go. He said he was working, and you can't say he wasn't. Well, so it looked like to me he enjoyed himself way longer than he should have. He should have buckled down and got to it a lot sooner. So the fact that he didn't, it left a lot of people skeptical, and they didn't think that he could make up for lost time, so to speak. Like the time you spent pissing away, drinking the antics, you should have been with Derrick James and shit like that. And I think people didn't take into account that the work that they actually put in was quality, because it's hard to argue when you see the results. You can't say that it wasn't. The worst thing in that fight for Ryan was his conditioning, and that had nothing to do with Derrick James. That's him. You know what I mean? So that's Ryan.
Yep.
Stop Ryan again? Absolutely.
And we also got to take into account how many hours there are in a day. If we see some little tweet that he posts, what do you think, that he's just tweeting all day? Like, no, like it's 24 hours in a day.
Take seconds to post them shits out.
Take a couple seconds. You could do a lot of shit. You could do a lot of shit in 24 hours.
Right. It's just
you ain't gonna be in it all day. What, you go work out with Derrick James for a couple hours, and you got the rest of the day to do whatever the hell it is that you do. Meet up with your strength and conditioning coach, eat a meal, get on Twitter again.
And that's why I say we make these very big permanent judgment and assessments off the littlest bit of their life, the smallest bits. We make some permanent shit. We'll see person for a little bit on social media here, or read something they try. I don't like them. I'd be like, we don't even know these people, bro. They in their careers. Think about all the opinions and different perspectives we have on their careers. You think they don't have an opinion on the shit they dealing with? Nah, they need to stop talking. Meanwhile, you just did a 7-hour live about everything else they've been talking about, but they got to stop talking. I'm like, bro, let these young men live, bro. Social media is part of the game now. Don't keep telling me about back in the day, because we can't rewind the clock. Social media is here and ain't going nowhere. And fighters use it. Unfortunately, for the people that can't understand that, these fighters use it. It's a tool for them. Not always good, not all bad either, though. You know what I'm saying? But it's here.
And these guys are doing work. And these guys are doing work despite the things that they talk on social media. Ryan, I don't think that Ryan fought the exact same way, because I'll say this.
I'll say he made the same mistakes.
Yeah, but then again, it's like
the same way, but he made like the same mistakes.
I think it really was just the conditioning more so than anything. More so than anything, I think if he really got his conditioning right, he'd be able to fight a little bit more of a consistent fight. But with Tank, he was a lot more heavy on the front foot. Like, he was actually coming forward looking to make the fight. And I thought that he did a good job against Devin when he disengaged. Like, when he got tired, like, he didn't just stand in there and just try to just throw punches. He just backed off, used his legs, circled around the ring. He didn't really do that with Tank.
Yeah.
His fight with what's his name was a little bit more similar to the way he fought Dev, the one before Duarte. That was like the most I've ever seen Ryan use his legs. He was like moving around, using the whole ring.
Yeah, you're right. And it's crazy. He had the conditioning to do it. That was the biggest knock, his conditioning in that fight. Never seen him that bad.
But yeah. But that was actually part of it, though. If you go back and watch the media workout, the very first one that they did, Derrick James, when he was doing his pad work, he was holding one pad and letting Ryan shoot the hook, and then at the same time he was throwing a shot at Ryan to get him used to catching and shooting. Right. To work on time in the jab. So that's the one thing I really enjoy about Derrick James's pad work, just like how practical it is, how pragmatic it is. Because you see a lot of guys when they do the pad work, they have these choreographed routines and it look real flashy and it look real nice. But Derrick James, he don't have you throwing like 10, 20 punch combinations, just working your hands.
Like, placement, punch placement. Like it's a reason he got you doing this shit. Like you're not gonna just do. Basically, I'm not gonna have you drilling some shit that you can't use in the fight. You get what I'm saying? You hitting these pads this way because you can approach the fight this way. So you know, not to knock the routines, that I'm pretty sure they serve a purpose, but it's like he rather not even go that route. He got you, you know, from his position in the pads. It's all effective punch placement, shots, and just efficiency, man. That's the best way I could put it. Salute the big dog Willie, man. Putting some color in the chat. He said on Twitter, Bill Haney said that he has an IQ that rivals Albert Einstein, Booker T. Washington, Isaac Newton. Just what you think, is that true? Hell nah. If he got the IQ of them, Donald Trump, my cousin, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Bill tripping.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute the big dog. Well, yeah, Bill said any of that. He's full of poop.
My guy, Trail Haney.
Trail Bill. Nah, I
Trail
like
Bill.
Bill, man. You're a funny guy, man. Funny guy, man. Good guy, man. Keep promoting your son. Keep doing y'all thing. Most importantly, I can't wait till the end of this situation come, and then we can see what's next for these dudes. But I think for Haney, Sandor, Martin, man, beat him up, get back on the winning side, get your hand raised, you're gonna have your belt, and then finish chasing greatness, man. It's a little hiccup, little setback for a major comeback, as they say, right? So let it be exactly that. You know what I'm saying? Go back to the drawing board, make sure you could make them necessary corrections, man. So I mean, get back to it. But salute to everybody, man. Love to the fans.
Salute.
And another dope build as always, man. Salute to my brother Ann McQueen coming up here building with your boy. Is it 726? Is it? Oh, it is. I'm right on point. I'm almost on point. 3.5 mark, about 4 minutes. So I'm on point. I think Devin will see Gary in the future. No, he's fighting. I say he can't ignore him. I'd say it'd be a travesty if he ignored Gary Antoine Russell. As long as Gary Antoine Russell keep winning, those top guys at 40 gonna have to speak his name. They can't just ignore him. AB got fire in his hand. Yeah, he gotta beat him and Kello. He gotta beat him. CRG said Bill Haney is a cheating piece of Bill. Oh man, I forgot about that the Mexico thing. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna play that later. I ain't even gonna get to that right now because it's at the end of the stream. Yeah, they supposedly had this clip of him, the fight that he's supposed to have lost in Mexico. But I don't believe it, but I'll still play it. I'll play it tomorrow when we come back up here and build. We'll talk about some more stuff for sure. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Boxing is winning. And Bill Haney is good for boxing, man. Overall, he's good for boxing, in my opinion. Don't mess with Texas. Peace, family. Miss Joette to the Queen. My guy, Gertz. Peace, Kello. The famo. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, sub to the channel if y'all didn't. We just gonna keep on rocking. Just a quick recap. Teofimo is fighting Steve Claggett July 29th. Robisi Ramirez is on that card. Robisi, Nico Ali Walsh, Rohan Polanco, Brian Polaco. You know what I mean? You got a couple good fights on that card, but we'll see with Teofimo. KJ, Kenneth Johnson, my guy. Appreciate the love, family. At the end of the stream, putting that color in the chat. Salute to my
And
guy,
we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Much love to my guy. Salute to my bro, Kello. Kenneth, man. Appreciate the love, homie. Fury, let's see if he get a rematch, man. They was talking about maybe Saudi Arabia around October. Let's see if he accepts the rematch. Let's see if he can do any better in the rematch, because by his own admission, he said he felt like he did the best he could do. That's not necessarily a good sign if you're looking to go into a rematch and actually beat this guy. I think Uysk is just by far one of the most talented fighters we got in boxing. I think his track record speaks for itself. The fact that he was able to become undisputed in 2 weight classes in 22 fights is crazy. Undisputed in 2 weight classes and 22 fights is wild. And being cruiserweight and then heavyweight, and it ain't been a heavyweight champion, 24, 25 year, an undisputed one. So big shout out to Uysk for that. I see what he got left to give us. Let's see what's to come out of Ryan Garcia and this this drug testing situation. Something else we're gonna touch on tomorrow too, because I keep hearing about Jermell Charlo leaving Derrick James, and if that's true, that would mean Derrick James down to like 2 fighters, and that would be Ryan Garcia and Frank Martin. Now, who would have thought that he would have started with the stable of fighters that he ended up with, just to end up with Frank Martin and Ryan Garcia out of the 2? Them the last 2 is crazy. So we're gonna build on it, man. So with that, that's all I got for today, man. Another dope show in the books. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Much love and appreciation to everybody in the Super Chat, Cash App, the real MVP. Shout out to the channel members. Much love to y'all. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of y'all good Wednesday. And we're going to be back tomorrow to build on this great sport of boxing. So with that, we're going to get up out of here, y'all. Peace to the fam.